first two swimmers in that heat went under the record. So too did Ethan Chukwu of Grenada. He swam 4 times at the running.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our coverage of the 33rd Oecs Swimming Championships 2025, brought to you by our broadcast partners VC3 TV. And first and foremost, we want to ask for the Most High's blessings on these proceedings, on our officials, on the swimmers, our broadcast crew, our media crew, and our viewers. As we get started here, this is the voice of Shane Cadogan
and Nicholas Sylvester.
And we begin here with the girls 8 and under 25 meter breaststroke, heat 1 of 2.
In lane 1 from St. Lucia, we have Kayla Rose Richard. Lane 2, St. Kitts and Nevis, Philippa Denny. Lane 3, Antigua and Barbuda, Whitaker Gold. Lane 4, St. Vincent The Grenadines, Raya Adams. And lane 5 from St. Kitts and Nevis, Edith Den.
And this is going to look like lane number 3, Whitaker Gold from Antigua and Barbuda, is commanding the field here in heat number 1, and she tops
a time of 24.26, followed by lane number 4, Raya Adams of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, with a time of 26.29.
And if this is your first time tuning in, we just want to inform that we're now into the stage of events where each of these heats will be swum in each age category. So we have 8 and under category, 9 to 10, 11 to 12, 13 to 14, 15 to 17, and the 18 and over categories here. So as the heats go by, the race will get faster. It's all about time. It's all about what you are able to do on the clock. And then we will shake it all out and give you your medal standings as we proceed.
And to add into that, as Shane said, we get faster as we proceed. So we're now into the final heat 2 of 2 of the girls 8 and under 25 meter breaststroke. In lane number 1 from St. Vincent the Grenadines, Sarai Williams. Lane number 2, BVI's Naya Besundot. Lane number 3, Grenada's Brian De Roche. Lane number 4, Sydney Joseph of Grenada. Lane 5, Hillary Edward of St. Lucia. And lane number 6, Milo Bento of Antigua.
And it's looking like right now we have lane number 3 breaking out for us from Grenada, Brian De Roche. She's followed closely by lane number 1, Sarai Williams from St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
It's looking like Brian De Roche of Grenada. Brian De Roche of Grenada touches first in a time of 21.19, followed by Sarai Williams of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and in third place, Sydney Joseph of Grenada.
So that once again is gold unofficially to Brian De Roche of Grenada. That is silver to Sarai Williams of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And the bronze medal unofficially goes to lane number 4, Sydney Joseph of Grenada. So gold and bronze Grenada, silver St. Vincent and the Grenadines in our first event of the evening session. We have 3 days of competition here at the SHREWSBURY Aquatic Center, right here in the land of the blessed, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
3 action-packed days of racing as we move into the boys 8 and under 25 meter breaststroke. 3 heats in this event. In lane number 2, St. Kitts and Nevis, Akimba Cornelius. Lane number 3, BVI's Gabriel Copesano. Forgive me if I pronounce that wrong. And then lane number 4, Grenada's Jensen DeCow. And it's pretty close coming into the last 5 meters of this race. Very close to call. But let's look at the scoreboard. It says lane number 4.
Lane number 3.
Lane number 3. Sorry.
24-8.
From BVI, Gabriel. Followed by Akimba from St. Kitts and Nevis and Jensen from Grenada.
And we move swiftly along to heat number 2 of 3. So this boys 8 and under 25 meter breaststroke will feature 3 heats. Heat number 2. In lane number 1, we have Acacian Shepherd of Antigua and Barbuda. In lane number 2, we should have Rajan Jacobs of St. Kitts and Nevis. Lane number 3, William Virgil of British Virgin Islands. Lane number 4, Laith St. John of Grenada. And lane number 5, Toby Bento of Antigua and Barbuda. So that should be William in lane 3 and Rajan in lane number 2 as they do a little swap. Nice. And it's very nerve-wracking for these 8 and under swimmers as this may be one of their first regional competitions. And so we encourage persons who are viewing this live to share with friends, family, officials, anyone
And
who
drop your flags,
is interested.
encourage these young 8 and unders. Heat 2 of 3 in the water. 25 meter breaststroke, 1 length of the pool.
And breaststroke being one of the most technical strokes, we see a plethora of different techniques here, but we see taking the lead right now is lane 1 and lane 3. That's Acacian from Antigua and Barbuda and BVI, but it's not too far, followed by Grenada, St. John. Let's see who gets the touch.
It's Acacian Shepherd of Antigua.
And we encourage persons to follow OECS Swimming on Instagram and Facebook for the latest results, as they will be posted by our media team behind the scenes, and that would have the official results as is dictated by the technical team. And we move into the final heat of the boys 8 and under 25 meter breaststroke. In lane number 1, we have St. Vincent's own Methuselah McLean. In lane number 2, we have John Knoll. In lane number from Grenada. In lane number 3, we have Andrew Charlemagne from St. Lucia. Lane number 4, Keanu Elibox from St. Lucia. Lane number 5, Jace Thomas from St. Vincent the Grenadines. And lane number 6, Zane Gabriel from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So we have 3 Vincentians, 2 Lucians, and 1 Grenadian representing here in the final heat of the boys 8 and under 25 meter breaststroke.
Final heat in the water. Medals up for grabs. Points up for grabs. Who's going to touch the wall first? As we see St. Lucia in the middle of the pool. And the Vinci on the outside.
It's looking like a close one between St. Lucia and lane 4, Keanu, versus lane 1, Methuselah. But that's lane 3 coming back, Andrew.
Oh, that one is pretty close.
And the scoreboard says Keanu Elibox in a time of 21:85 from St. Lucia.
By Andrew Charlemagne, also of St. Lucia. And that might be the gold and silver for St. Lucia. And the bronze going to Methuselah of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We now move into event number 7 of these championships. Girls 9 to 10, 50 meter breaststroke. There are 3 heats of this event. In heat number 1, behind the starting blocks, you have in lane number 2 from Grenada, Madison Charles. Lane number 3 of BVI, Skylar Stair. In lane number 4, St. Lucia's Zoe Fortune. In lane number 5, Anna Sukumaran of Antigua and Barbuda. The 50 meter breaststroke, 2 lengths of the pool.
And now we are into the 50 meter format of the breaststroke in the girls 9 to 10. So this OECS Swimming Championships is swum in the 25 meter format. And as we see here, we move up in age groups and therefore we move up in distance. So this first heat is a 50 meter, heat 1 of 3. And right now out in front we have Emma Fortune from St. Lucia.
Followed closely by Skylar Self BVI, making up the stagger. But as they come into the wall, it looks like it's Emma.
And Emma's coming to the wall for the touch.
48.71 for Emma Fortune. Followed by Skylar Self of the BPI with a 49.25. Third place is Antigua's Anna.
That's great swimming by our upcoming OECS stars. And as we move into heat number 2 of the girls 9 to 10 50 meter breaststroke, in lane number 1 we have Amber Francois from St. Lucia. Lane number 2, Jordan Howell from Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 3, Ira Hadley from St. Vincent the Grenadines. Lane number 4, Haley Gooden from Grenada. Lane number 5, Evie Twombarama from Grenada. And lane number 6, Leona Edward from St. Lucia. So let's see some Lucian flags, some Antiguan flags, some Vinci flags, and some Grenadian flags, because these swimmers can feel your energy from your home.
Heat 2 of 3 in the water as they do their pullouts. We see in lane number 3, Ira Hadley in her first year of the 9 to 10 age category, having a strong swim here. As they turn at the halfway mark, it's between Ira Hadley and Hallie Gooding. Neck and neck in the girls 9 to 10 50 meter breaststroke. It's Ira versus Hallie. St. Vincent and the Grenadines versus Grenada. It's going to be close to the touch. And it looks like it's Ira Hadley just touching out Hallie Gooding.
That was a close one. And we welcome them all in to finish up. Third would have gone to Jordan Howell from Antigua and Barbuda. And fourth to Amber Francois from St. Lucia.
So 43.77, fastest time so far of the girls 9 to 10 50 meter breaststroke. She will see if she makes a shout in this final heat, the fastest heat of the girls 9 to 10 50 meter breaststroke. For our listeners, it's important to note that even if you're not in the fastest heat, you can still maximize your points and even grab a medal from your first heat or the second heat. You don't need to be in the fastest heat to get a chance at winning a medal.
Once you have a lane, you have a chance.
That is true. As we move on to heat number 3 of 3, final heat.
In lane number 1 of heat 3, we have Amelia Devane of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In lane number 2, Charlotte Gold of Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 3, Evelyn Freeman of British Virgin Islands. Lane number 4 is Zoe May of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Lane number 5 is Isabel Nicholas of Antigua and Barbuda. And lane number 6 is Luella Bernard from Grenada.
This is a very close one here. And we're seeing out of lane 1, Amelia's having a strong swim on the outside. Also, Charlotte of Antigua and Barbuda. Some very fast swimming here.
And they're trying to beat that 43 seconds from the previous competitors, and it looks like she does get that gold medal to Charlotte Gold. How ironic. Charlotte, congratulations, in a time of 43.13. Silver unofficially would go to lane number 3, Evelyn Freeman
of the BVI
from British Virgin Islands.
And as we just spoke about from the previous heat, Ira Hadley grabs that bronze medal in the girls 9 to 10 50 meter breaststroke, just ahead of lane number 4's Zoe May. And we move swiftly into the boys 9 to 10 50 meter breaststroke heat 1 of 3.
And it's so important that these swimmers are recognizing that they swim for their teams, because every point matters, and we will share the point standings after session number 1.
Heat 1 of 3 of the boys 90-10 50-meter breaststroke. In lane number 2, Major Emmanuel of Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 3, Grenada's Ethan William Clement. In lane number 4, St. Vincent The Grenadines, Zed Tony.
So we have Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines here in heat number 1 of 3.
Let's see some Vinci flags. Let's see some Grenadian flags. Let's see some Antigua and Barbuda flags.
Now in each age category, first position gold medal gets 9 points in the individual events. Second gets 7, third gets 6, fourth with 5, fifth with 4, sixth with 3, seventh with 2, and eighth with 1 point. So 8 swimmers in every race in every age category gets a chance to put points on the table.
As we see Zed Tony finishing this heat in the top spot with a time of 50.81. In second place we have Ethan of Grenada, and in third, Major Emmanuel. Moving swiftly on to heat 2 of 3 in the boys 9-10 50-meter breaststroke. But as Shane was just saying, the point standings is what all these athletes are here doing it for. And we're going to have some exciting relays, the medley relay, which involves all the strokes, all the swimming strokes, butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle, all incorporated into one relay. Well, multiple relays we're going to see tonight. And those points will be double the points you can achieve in the individuals as we move into heat number 2 of 3 in the boys 9-10 50-meter breaststroke.
In lane number 2 of heat number 2, we have Gaj Leons from St. Kitts and Nevis. In lane number 3, we have Aaron Bisundat of British Virgin Islands. In lane number 4, Jalen West of Antigua and Barbuda. And lane number 5 is Tyler Frederick out of St. Lucia.
So this is heat number 2 of 3. We have one more heat after this. These swimmers here will be trying to swim their hearts out to get a chance on the podium. You don't need to be in the last heat to be on the podium, as we saw in the last event. And you can also achieve a lot of points while swimming in the second to last heat.
And right now it's looking like BVI or Tyler from St. Lucia. Let's see who gets the touch. And it looks like BVI, Aaron, gets the touch in 46.10.
Followed by lane number 5, St. Lucia's Tyler Frederick. And lane number 4, Jalen West of Antigua and Barbuda. Now we move into the final heat of the boys 9-10 50-meter breaststroke. Lane number 1 of St. Lucia, Miles Andrew. Lane number 2, Grenada's Kishon Cobb. Lane number 3, St. Kitts and Nevis, Teatrian Truss. Lane number 4, from St. Vincent The Grenadines, Saj Caesar. In lane number 5, from Grenada, Mateo Thomas. And rounding off the final heat of the boys 9-10 50-meter breaststroke, in lane number 6, St. Lucia's Tiago Nelson. This is where we're expecting to see the medalists in the boys 9-10 50-meter breaststroke and the ones who will be scoring the maximum points in this event.
And they're off with the final heat of the boys 9-10 50-meter breaststroke. Let's see who can get themselves on the podium here. For some of these athletes, it may be their first time on an OECS podium, so they can see your encouragement, they can see your support. So drop your flags, send your words of encouragement. If you know someone here, your family member, friend, share.
And it's Teatrian Truss. Teatrian Truss, followed by Miles Andrew and Saj Caesar. That's looking like our top 3 spots in this 50-meter breaststroke, and it's going to be Teatrian Truss breaking that 40-second marker. That may be a personal best too. 39.73. In second place, in lane 1, Miles Andrew in his first year in 9-10. And in third place,
Saj Caesar of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in a time of 40.62. So our top 3 swimmers, personal best there in the final heat. Congratulations, T. Adrian. Congratulations, Miles. Congratulations, Saj. Congratulations to all our 9-10 boys.
Indeed. We now move to the 100-meter breaststroke edition. well, the 100-meter distance of the breaststroke as we proceed to the girls 11 to 12 100-meter breaststroke, heat number 1 of 3. In lane number 2, we have Kehlani Richardson of Anguilla. So we're seeing some Anguillan swimmers here. In lane number 3, from Antigua and Barbuda, Kezia Joseph. And in lane number 4, also of Anguilla, Caddy Blanchard.
And we are now into the 11 to 12 age category. So 11 to 12 will be followed by the 13 to 14 and then the 18 and over. And we are now at the 100-meter distance. So 100 meters is 4 lengths of the 25-meter pool here at the Shrewsbury Aquatic Center.
And these two swimmers here featuring from Anguilla are 2 of 6 athletes that Anguilla has brought to these OECS swimming championships.
I will confess, I looked at the abbreviation for Anguilla and had no idea that's what it was. In St. Vincent The Grenadines, AIA means something different. So those swimmers were Kehlani Richardson.
And this is now 2 Anguillan athletes here and 1 athlete from Antigua and Barbuda who is out in front of her field right now. That is Kezia Joseph. And you can see how packed the stands are right now, Nick.
Yes.
And we still encourage persons right now who are on the island of St. Vincent, please find yourselves down here because our local athletes also need support, even though there's so many traveling fans.
As we see Antigua and Barbuda's Kezia heat number 1 of 3 in the girls 11 to 12, followed by the 2 Anguillan girls, both Kehlani Richardson and Caddy Blanchard.
Well done, ladies.
Now we have heat number 2, and your lane assignments are in lane number 2, Kane Warner, Antigua Barbuda. Lane 3.
We now move on to heat number 2 of 3 in the girls 11 to 12 100-meter breaststroke. In lane number 2, Kaylee Warner of Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 3, from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Kyla Byron. Lane number 4, Zrebi Willow of Antigua and Barbuda. And lane number 5, Connor Mary Monroe of Grenada.
And heat number 2 of 3 is now in the water. Heat 2 of 3 in the girls 11 to 12 100-meter breaststroke. And once again, these athletes are here competing for national pride and competing just to do their best. They will be swimming over 10 events for this next 3 days. So that will be very taxing on their bodies, but they are here wearing their country's flags. And all we can ask of them is to do their best, put their best foot forward and compete.
A lot of points up for grab as they meet the halfway point of the 100-meter breaststroke. We have in lane number 5, Connor Marie of Grenada in the lead here, followed by Skylar Byron, and closely followed by Zrebi of Antigua and Barbuda. All these swimmers trying to maximize how many points they can contribute for their team while also trying to lower their personal best times. As we see Connor Marie having a fantastic last length here in the girls 11-12 100-meter breaststroke.
That's Grenada representing well there, trying to get her hand on the wall first.
Great swimming, great swimming.
And she does so. She does so very well. Congratulations to all our girls there in the 11 to 12 100 breaststroke. The final heat of the girls 11 to 12 100-meter breaststroke We have Jamie DeVoe of St. Lucia in lane number 1. We have Belle Adams of St. Vincent the Grenadines in lane number 2. We have Sapphire Parks of St. Lucia in lane number 3. She is followed in lane number 4 by her teammate Maya Andrew in lane number 4. From St. Lucia, lane number 5 of Antigua and Barbuda's Alyssa Watkins, and lane number 6, Angelina Jackson Bain of Grenada.
Final heat in the water. Points up for grabs, medals up for grabs. Who is going to take it?
We have 3 Lucians represented here in the final heat. 1 Vincentian, 1 from Antigua and Barbuda, and 1 from Grenada. So let's show them our support.
Sapphire Parks with an aggressive force 50 here. It's her first year in the 11-12 age group, but she's swimming like she's been in this age group for a couple of years now.
And not surprising, as she is the 9-10 champion from last year's OECS Swimming Championships. And so she's here to show that it doesn't matter what age group she's placed in, she's ready to compete and give it her all. She's followed there by Maya, her teammate in lane number 4, and Belle Adams in lane number 2. So right now it's Sapphire from Maya from Belle in the top 3 positions. Turning there is Jamie in lane number 1, followed by Antigua's Alyssa and Angelina from Grenada. But right now it's looking like all Sapphire.
Clocking a time of 119.88. And that must be a PB for her.
And that is St. Vincent's Belle Adams coming away there with the silver medal, just out touching St. Lucia's Maya Andrews. So that's going to be Sapphire with gold, Belle with silver, and Maya with the bronze medal unofficially in the girls 11-12 100-meter breaststroke.
We now move on to the boys 11-12 100-meter breaststroke. We've had 3 heats of this. In heat 1, in lane number 2, Grenada's Ramon Stewart. In lane number 3 of Antigua and Barbuda, Nathaniel Gold. And in lane number 4 of St. Lucia, Tyler Dantis.
And they're off here in heat number 1 of 3 in the boys 11-12 100-meter breaststroke. And we'll be keeping you, our viewers, up to date as we have any records that may be broken, any outstanding performances. And I think it's very interesting that in this boys 11-12 100-meter breaststroke, our very own, my compadre here next to me, holds the record, Nicholas Sylvester, in a time of 1:13.44.
And I do believe that our very own swimmers of St. Vincent and the Grenadines have a huge shout in not just breaking but demolishing that record.
Well, records are meant to be broken, as we say, and it's great that we can trailblaze for the next generation. As we have here leading out the pack right now is Ramon Stewart from Grenada, turning on to his final 25 meters. He's followed closely by Tyler, and Tyler is followed by Nathaniel Gold from Antigua and Barbuda. And coming to the wall here, it is Ramon Stewart in a time of 1:27.02.
Followed by Tyler Dantis and Nathaniel Gold.
And those are some big personal bests there for all swimmers in that heat, with Ramon Stewart breaking his personal best by about 27 seconds. So congratulations to him there.
Now move on to heat number 2 of 3. In lane number 2, St. Lucia's Trey Terracine. Lane number 3 of Grenada, Ethan Gunpot. Lane 4, Patrick Dowden of Grenada. And lane number 5, Antigua's Tristan Nicholas. Heat number 2 of 3. Points up for grabs.
As we mentioned, this is a 8-8. The top 8 swimmers in every event in every age group will be getting points. So every point matters. And these swimmers, even though they're in Heat 2, it's a 6-lane pool. So they would know that they need to win their heat to get themselves and their country in the best position possible. And that is right now leading the pack, Ethan Gunpot from Grenada, followed closely by his teammate Patrick, followed by Tristan from Antigua and Barbuda, and Trey from St. Lucia.
A close one coming down to the finish. Very close one coming down to the finish. And it looks like in lane number 4, Patrick Dowden gets the touch ahead of his teammate Ethan Gunpot, also of Grenada.
Now we have the big boys here in the 11 to 12 100-meter breaststroke. Potential record-breaking swim here, so please share this live around.
Share this live. It
encourage the swimmers. They can feel your support as much as possible.
We are
in lane number 1. We have Alessandro Bazzoni of Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 2, Ethan Chufuk of Grenada. In lane number 3, St. Vincent's very own Keone Deschong. In lane number 4, his teammate Kagri Williams. In lane number 5, Christopher Walter of Antigua and Barbuda. And lane number 6 is Nathan Lewis out of St. Lucia.
We are on record watch. And a lot of the action is going to be in the middle of the pool.
And the swimmers are off. This is what these swimmers have been training for. They know what they're going for. They know the times they want to swim. And so we just have to be there to support them, to give them the encouragement as Keone is head to the wall for us in the first 25. In a nice split of 14.92.
And both Keone, well,
with a nice strong stroke.
Keone, Kagri, and Ethan all on a record pace.
And Keone turns in a time of 32 high.
As he aims for a sub-110 performance.
As we mentioned earlier, the record currently stands at 1:13.44, held by Nicholas Sylvester, right here in the commentary deck.
A 12-year-old record that it's about time it was broken.
Set in 2013, and now in 2025, Keone Deschong has coming into the last 5 meters. It's 107, 108, 109.47. Breaking Nicholas's record by 4 seconds is Keone Deschong. Followed there, Kagri also breaking Nicholas's record in a time of 1:12.50. And the bronze medal there would go to Grenada's Ethan Chufuk of Grenada. So congratulations there to our new OECS record holder. And Nicholas is
bittersweet moment, a bittersweet moment.
Of
but
course.
I mean, it was not even close.
But congratulations to them, and we move on now to the girls. 13 to 14, 100-meter breaststroke. The girls 13 to 14, 100-meter breaststroke. And I think it's very important to know that Keone actually ranks currently in the world as top 25 in his age group, and I think he is one to watch for the future.
Definitely, most definitely. Breaking sub in 110.
And here in the girls 13 to 14, 100-meter breaststroke, we have heat number 1. Kaylee Vanterpool of Anguilla is in lane 2. In lane number 3, we have Paradise Carlisle from Antigua and Barbuda. And in lane 4, her teammate out of Antigua and Barbuda, Tori Hossam.
Just going back to that performance that we just witnessed, subbing 110 in the boys 11 to 12.
11 to 12.
That is mind-blowing stuff.
Wow.
And that's the kind of performances that you can get out of our small island, Eastern Caribbean swimmers. A lot of talent, a lot of gifts. Right here in the small islands in the Caribbean region. And it's important to note that that particular event that Keone Deschamps just broke the record in, he won gold at the Carifta Games. And it's also important to note that Calgary Williams, the silver medalist in the event here at OECS, he was also the Carifta silver medalist following behind his teammate. So a lot of brilliant swimmers coming out of the OECS islands.
And this is heat number 1 here of the girls 13 to 14. And that is in lane number 3, Paradise Carlisle from Antigua and Barbuda. And she is pushing to best her time, and she does that. And we will get that time to you as soon as it is available to us. And followed by lane number 4, Tori Hossam, her teammate from Antigua and Barbuda. This is where the seeds are planted. This is where the next generation is cultivated, right here at the OECS Swimming Championships. And that is Anguilla's Kaylee Vanterpool bringing up heat number 1 of the girls 13 to 14.
Heat number 2 of 3 in the girls 13 to 14, 100 meter breaststroke. In lane number 2, Grenada's Eliza Rose Benjamin. Lane number 3 of St. Kitts and Nevis, Skylar Connor. Lane number 4, St. Lucia's Zaina Brathwaite. Lane number 5, BVI's Kyla Potter.
And we're into heat number 2 of the girls 13 to 14 100 meter breaststroke. As we move swiftly along, that is Skylar from St. Kitts and Nevis, currently trying to pull ahead of her competitors here in heat number 2. And you can hear the crowd here at the OECS Swimming Championships right here in the land of the blessed St.Vincent The Grenadines, representing from 8 different nations here, 166 athletes. So I would predict that's about 500 traveling contingent, possibly, including friends, family, fans, 400 I'd say. But that is hotel rooms filled, caterers booked, restaurants, taxis, bus drivers. Everybody's benefiting from this OECS Swimming Championships. So let's continue to support these athletes because this is what it's all about. As Skylar Connor here is coming to the wall. She's followed closely by Zaina Brathwaite of St. Lucia.
And the support here is loud from the crowd as Skylar comes in to the wall, touching in a personal best time of 126.94, followed by Zaina Brathwaite of St. Lucia. And in the 3rd spot, Kyla Potter of the BVI. As we move into the final heat of the girls 13 to 14 100 meter breaststroke.
And now in heat number 3 we have Amara Reese of St. Lucia in lane number 1. We have Zaya Oliver from Grenada in lane number 2. Kristen Gresham of Grenada in lane number 3. Eltonic Leonard of St. Vincent The Grenadines in lane number 4. Taya St-Hilaire of St. Vincent The Grenadines in lane number 5. And Anya Degains of Antigua and Barbuda in lane number 6.
Final heat of the girls 13 to 14, 100 meter breaststroke. The points up for grabs, medals up for grabs. Who's gonna take it?
And that's a very strong stroke there by Kristen Gresham, snapping those legs together. This is a textbook breaststroke here from lane number 3, Kristen Gresham from Grenada.
Very strong first 50 here from Kristen Gresham, followed here by Eltonic Leonard of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But it's all Kristen Gresham so far in the final heat of the girls 13 to 14 100 meter breaststroke. Very efficient and fast turnover here.
And Kristen is bringing it home now for Team Grenada, trying to maximize and get all 9 points here in the girls 13 to 14 100 meter breaststroke.
As she comes into the wall, touching in a time of 117.21, followed by St. Vincent the Grenadines, Eltonic Leonard in a 120.78, and in the third place is Zia Oliver of Grenada. Those will be the gold, silver, and bronze medalists.
Gold and bronze to Grenada and silver there to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we move swiftly along into the boys 13 to 14 100 meter breaststroke. We have there in heat number 1 Josiah Mino of Anguilla in lane 1, Antoine Christian of Antigua and Barbuda in lane number 2, Nyrick West of Antigua and Barbuda in lane number 3, Benjamin Cyrus of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in lane number 4, Jediah Gill of Anguilla in lane number 5, and Jonathan Irizarry of Anguilla in lane number 6.
Boy, anytime I hear this song, I just feel like I am 11, 12 all over again.
And we have strong strokes here by Benjamin Cyrus in lane number 4. This is his first OECS Swimming Championships, and he's looking to show that his hard work is about to pay off. Let's see if Nyrick can stay with him on this final 50 of the 100 meter breaststroke.
Very strong
heat
and high
number 1.
turnover here from Benjamin and Nyrick West. Benjamin Cyrus and Nyrick West neck and neck coming into the last 25 meters. But who wants it more?
And it's Nyrick pulling away from Benjamin.
But Benjamin not giving up the challenge.
But Benjamin is hustling back here, trying to stay with Nyrick. Let's see who gets to the touch first. It's a great race by these.
Very good race by these two swimmers. Both clocking on 118. Nyrick getting the edge over Benjamin.
And both registering more than 4 seconds personal best. So that is a huge congratulations to these young, upcoming legends of the OECS region.
We now move to heat number 2 of 3. In the boys 13 to 14, 100 meter breaststroke. In lane number 1 of Antigua and Barbuda, Ruben Edwards. Lane number 2 of St. Kitts and Nevis, Henri Pemberton. In lane number 3 of St. Lucia, Jaden Zhu. In lane number 4 from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Jaden Hamilton. In lane number 5 of St. Kitts and Nevis, Austin Williams. And in lane 6 from St. Lucia, Aaron Charles.
And we're off here with heat number 2 of 3 in the boys 13 to 14 100 meter breaststroke. And that is lane 3, Jaden, and lane 4, Jadon from St. Lucia and St. Vincent The Grenadines respectively, turning their force at the wall.
Some very quick turnovers here in the middle of the pool. Strong swimming between Jadon and Jaden. Jadon and Jaden. But as it is right now, Jaden Zoo of St. Lucia with a slight lead over Jadon Hamilton of St. Vincent The Grenadines. Jaden Zoo making a good shout for himself in the boys 13 to 14 100 breaststroke as he comes in with a time of 1:14.58, followed by Jaden Hamilton to 1:18.17, and Antigua and Barbuda's Ruben Edwards taking that third spot in the heat.
And that's great swimming by the boys here in the 13 to 14 age category. Congratulations to them all, putting their best foot forward. And that's all we can ask as we move into the final heat here of the boys 13 to 14 100 meter breaststroke. In lane number 1, we have Caden Caldron from St. Lucia. In lane number 2, Caleb Williams from Grenada. In lane number 3, Jacob Collimo of Grenada. In lane number 4, Noah Darville of St. Lucia. Lane number 5 goes to Tyler Robinson of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And lane number 6, Jaziel Francis of Grenada.
So as of right now, the time to beat 1:14.58.
And these now are the boys here fighting for that podium position. We have Caden Caldron here, who is in his 4th year of the 13 to 14 age category, competing against his superiors in that sense, in 14-year-olds in the category.
But we have Tyler Robinson out to a quick start in lane 5.
And Tyler Robinson,
first 50 here. The training he's doing in Jamaica is clearly paying off as he's out in a 31 first 50.
Tyler Robinson is now training in Jamaica, and we hope he can bring home that gold medal here for St. Vincent and the Grenadines and show that his hard work is paying off, his discipline is paying off. And Tyler, somebody we watch growing up, Nicholas, troublemaker.
A big troublemaker.
And this is what trouble we want to see. This is the trouble that we want to see. That's Tyler Robinson here.
With a very strong swim. He's definitely going to throw down something special here. Let's eyes on the clock as he comes into the wall. 106, 107, 108.19. A smashing time here from Tyler Robinson. Not too far off the OECS record. I'm sure he would have been targeting that record, but a very commanding swim from Tyler. And taking second place out of lane 5. No, out of lane 4, sorry. Noah Darville of St. Lucia. And in third, Caleb Williams of Grenada. So it's St. Vincent the Grenadines, St. Lucia, Grenada.
And that's impressive. And that is the boys 13 to 14 age group there, all getting points in the final heat. And that's very impressive from our top podium winners there. Tyler, followed by Noah, followed by Caleb.
Girls 15 to 17, 100 meter breaststroke. In lane number 2 of St. Lucia, Alexandra Bristol. Lane 3 of Grenada, Victoria Boxo. And lane number 4 of St. Vincent the Grenadines, Ariel Nelson. So as you can see, a lot of exciting races have already transpired so far, and we're just getting started in the second session of these OECS Swimming Championships. There's a lot of action left to happen tonight, including the opening ceremony, and a lot more to happen over the duration of the weekend. So please, at some point in time, find some time to come out to the Shrewsbury Aquatic Center to come and support these exciting OECS Swimming Championships. And make sure you tune into the live, VC3 Live on Facebook, VC3 Live on YouTube. Subscribe, share with your friends, share with your families, share in your group chats. It's a lot of action here. Let's see the beautiful sport of swimming. And don't forget, we have 7 or 8 Olympians right here on our shows in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to show us what the OECS product, a true product of OECS swimming.
And that is there in heat number 1. That's Zariel Nelson from St. Vincent and the Grenadines touching first in a time of 1:26.28, going a personal best. Followed there in lane number 2 by Victoria of Grenada, and lane number 3 Victoria in second, and lane number 2 Alexandra Bristol from St. Lucia in third position.
As we move into heat 2 of 2 in the girls 15 to 17 or 100 meter breaststroke. In lane number 2, Kira Cowich of Grenada. Lane number 3, Madison Macmillan of Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 4, Olympian Kenise Green of St. Vincent the Grenadines. And lane number 5, Eliana Spence of Antigua and Barbuda.
And the final heat here of the girls 15 to 17 is off. So this is where we will see our podium finishers, and we would keep a check on the top time set in heat number 1 by Zariel, 1:26. But we have 4 swimmers here. So there are a total of 7 swimmers in this girls 15 to 17 100 breaststroke. Therefore, all of these swimmers will be getting points towards their total team standings. And now we want to bring an update to you from this morning's session, so please share the live around to find out the current standings here at the OECS Swimming Championships, and we will announce that at the end of this girls 15 to 17 age category. Share the live around, comment your flags, comment Milan. She's turning and coming on her way home, representing Antigua and Barbuda, followed there by Kenise Green of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And Kenise is St. Vincent's Paris Olympian, and she is tracking Madison closely behind.
Great swimming from our ladies in the girls 15 to 17 100 meter breaststroke.
And now we will announce the current standings here at the OECS Swimming Championships, the 33rd edition. After session 1 this morning, in 6th place currently we have the British Virgin Islands with a total of 10 points.
In 5th we have St. Kitts and Nevis with 15 points.
In 4th position currently we have St. Vincent and the Grenadines with 78 points.
In 3rd position, St. Lucia's team with 106 points.
In 2nd, Grenada with 111 points.
And in 4th, Antigua and Barbuda with 118 points.
So there's all to decide here. Very close. But we are now
close
into the boys 15 to 17. In
heat
heat number 1.
Heat 1 of 3 from Dominica, Michael Schofield in lane number 2. Lane number 3 of Grenada, Tyreek Bethel. And in lane number 4 of Antigua and Barbuda, Neil Naranha. So as we can see, the points are already close. And there's a lot of action still left to unwind.
So in this heat we have Michael, who I believe is the first representative of Team Dominica.
Yes.
Here at the OECS Swimming Championships.
One of 5 swimmers that Dominica has brought to these OECS Swimming Championships this year.
And it's great to see that this is Dominica's second time participating in the OECS Swimming Championships. And in lane number 3, that is Tariq Bethel of Grenada coming to the wall first. Touching a time of 1:17.64. Followed there by Dominica's Michael Schofield in a time of 1:20.15 and a personal best there for him. And then Antigua and Barbuda's Neil Norona in lane number 4.
As we now move on to heat number 2 in the boys 15 to 17 100 meter breaststroke. In lane number 1 of Grenada, Malon Patterson. In lane number 2 of St. Vincent the Grenadines, Matthew Ballard. In lane number 3 of Antigua and Barbuda, Ethan Stubbs-Green. In lane number 4 of also of Antigua and Barbuda, SHREWSBURY. Lane number 5 from St. Kitts and Nevis, Troy Nisbet, Olympian from St. Kitts and Nevis. And rounding off this heat from St. Lucia, Shamar James.
And here we are off with heat number 2 of the boys 15 to 17 100 meter breaststroke. And that's St. Vincent's Matthew Ballard there, fighting it out with Ethan Stubbs-Green from Antigua and Barbuda.
And it's Matthew Ballard as they come into the last 25 meters, followed closely by Ethan Stubbs-Green. Very great underwaters there from Ethan Stubbs-Green, as we call the pullouts in the breaststroke event. And it looks like it's going to be Ethan Stubbs-Green taking this in a 1:10.99. Putting himself in the conversation as we await the last heat. It's Ethan Stubbs-Green taking that heat, followed by Matthew Ballard. Sorry. Followed by Esprit Shah. And then closely behind by Matthew Ballard.
And now we are into the final fastest seeded heat here in the boys 15 to 17 100 meter breaststroke. In lane number 1 we have St. Vincent and the Grenadines' Hayes and Dabriel. In lane number 2, Jay Cindy of Antigua and Barbuda. In lane number 3, Antoine Destang from St. Lucia. In lane number 4, Elliot Fletcher from Grenada. In lane number 5, Ethan Hazel of St. Lucia. And in lane number 6, Seth Byron of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The time to beat here, 1:10.99.
And right now it's looking like lane 4 and lane 5. That is Elliot and Ethan, followed closely by Antoine, but also Hazen in lane number 1 with a strong pull out there in lane number 1.
Wow. Hazen there with the outside smoke.
And Hazen trying to maximize points for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but Antoine would not let him get too far away.
But
Antoine
Hazen
was strong on the waters.
Slight lead, but Antoine with a great pull out there on the last turn. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close, but it looks like it's going to be Antoine touching in a 1:08.49. Hazen Dabrel finishing 2.38. And in third place, lane 5.
And that is looking like personal best for all of
Hazel.
our top swimmers
Getting
there.
a bronze medal.
Unofficially, that is Antoine Destang for the gold medal, St. Lucia's. And then silver goes to Hazen Dabrel from St. Vincent the Grenadines. And bronze goes to Ethan Hazel of St. Lucia. So gold and bronze for St. Lucia, silver for St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Unofficially.
In lane 3 from Grenada and Michael Upway. In lane 4 from Grenada, Kimberly Inns. In lane 5 from St. Lucia.
Moving on to the girls 18 and over 100 meter breaststroke. One heat here, so it's all up for grabs in this heat. In lane number 1, Anissa Lewis of Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 2, Olympian Michaeli Shalaman of St. Lucia. Lane number 3, Anaika Otway of Grenada. Lane number 4, Kimberly Inns, Olympian of Grenada. Lane number 5, Nakisha Louis of St. Lucia. And lane number 6, Alicia Alfred, also of St. Lucia. So, represented well here, 3 Lucians, 2 Grenadians, and 1 Antiguan.
And it's just one heat of the girls 18 and over 100 meter breaststroke. And as Nicholas mentioned, there are 2 Olympians here. Kimberly representing Grenada and Michaeli representing St. Lucia, who we had the privilege of interviewing this morning and mentioned the preparation that it takes to compete at the level of the OECS Swimming Championships all the way up to the Olympic Games.
But right now, it's looking like Anaika of Grenada as she extends her lead in the final length of the girls 18 and over 100 meter breaststroke. It's all Anaika as she comes into the wall, touching a time of 1:17.16, followed by Nakisha Louis and Michaeli. That's looking like Grenada gold and Lucia silver and bronze.
All right, thank you, ladies. Please exit the pool.
Congratulations, ladies, with everyone there in the girls 18 and over contributing points to their country's overall standings. And as we mentioned, currently Team Antigua is leading the point standings by just 7 points over Team Grenada. And closely behind them is Team St. Lucia in the top 3 teams here as it stands after this morning's session.
As we now move to the boys 18 and over 100 meter breaststroke. In lane number 2, Eltante Leonard of St. Vincent The Grenadines. And lane number 3, Olympian Jordan Auger of St. Lucia.
And we have the 2 swimmers here. This is Jordan Auger, who is an experienced swimmer, a father, and is representing St. Lucia, trying to get points on the table and coming back home just for this purpose. And we respect his craft as fellow Olympians, and we continue to admire the dedication it takes to represent and national pride at all levels. El Tante here is also a student at Howard University, and so we are seeing as we get older in the categories how it can proceed from the grassroots level to the collegiate level to the professional level all the way up to the Olympics.
And speaking from experience, I can tell you El Tante is under some rigorous training at the moment. I can tell you he's definitely nowhere peaked, as we consider it, or tapered, where you're in full fitness and race ready. As we come into the wall, we see Jordan Auger touching in a time of 109.46, followed closely by Eltante Leonard with a 111.23, putting up some points on the tally for their teams. And we're definitely here on record watch in this final heat of the boys 18 and over, the big boys.
We have here in the final heat of the boys 18, well, men 18 and over, I should say. In lane number 1 is Nathan Fletcher out of Grenada. In lane number 2, Man of Sydney of Antigua and Barbuda. In lane number 3 is Antigua and Barbuda's Paris Olympian Jaden Williams. And lane number 4, Zachary Gresham, Olympian from Grenada. And lane number 5, Stefano Mitchell, Olympian from Antigua and Barbuda.
3 Olympians featuring here, and one of the fastest breaststrokers out of the Caribbean region is in the middle of the pool, Jaden Williams, and we definitely should be looking forward to something extremely
and that's
special.
Jaden with 5 strokes there on his first 25. A big, strong stroke, and we encourage those watching, kids watching, looking back at this footage. This is what you want to emulate in breaststroke. You're seeing it full display right now, and that's Jaden turning
29 at the first 50.
So commanding start from Jaden, but Zachary is close behind, and so is Steph, because they know that points matter. First might give you 9 points, but second is 7, so you just want to position yourself as best as possible.
As he comes here to finish and touching in a time of 102.51. Followed there by Zachary Gresham of Antigua and of Grenada with a 104.87, and closely followed by Stefano Mitchell of Antigua and Barbuda with a 104.92. And all 3 swimmers under the previous record held by Alexander Joachim. But the new record stands by Jaden Williams with a time of 1 minute 2 seconds, 0.51.
Congratulations to the men there in that heat. And once again, that is a time of 102.51, breaking Alex Joachim's record of 105.16. All swimmers under that record, and always looking to up the standards here at the OECS Swimming Championships. And now we are moving swiftly along into the next event, next series of events. This is now a new stroke, backstroke. So for those who may not be familiar, there are 4 strokes in swimming. We have the butterfly, we have the breaststroke, which we just witnessed. Now we are into the backstroke and the freestyle, which is the most common. And
it's heat number 1 of 2 of the girls 8 and under 25-meter backstroke. Lane 1, St. Kitts and Nevis, Edith Denny. Lane number 2, also of St. Kitts and Nevis, Philippa Denny. Lane number 3, Mela Bento of Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 4, Raya Adams of St. Vincent The Grenadines. And lane number 5, Kayla Rose Richard of St. Lucia.
And unofficially, it looks like it is lane number 3 according to the scoreboard in a time of 23.22. That is Mila Bento of Antigua and Barbuda.
Followed by St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Raya Adams, unofficially. As we move into heat number 2 of 2 in the girls 8 and under 25-meter backstroke. In lane number 1, Antigua and Barbuda, Whitaker Gold. In lane number 2, Grenada's Brian DeRoche. In lane number 3, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Sarai Williams. In lane number 4, Naya Bisundat of BVI. Lane number 5, St. Lucia, Hillary Edward. And in lane number 6, Grenada's Sydney Joseph.
And now we are into heat number 2 of 2 in the girls 8 and under 25-meter backstroke. And this is where the medals are decided. And that is a strong stroke there in the middle of the pool by St. Vincent, Sarai Williams.
Sarai followed closely by Naya, but Sarai of St. Vincent and the Grenadines taking it ahead of BVI's Naya Besundat. And that looks like it's gold for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, silver for BVI, and bronze for St. Lucia. That's Sarai Williams followed by Naya Besundat, and in third, Hillary Edwards, as we move into the boys 8 and under 25-meter backstroke.
In heat number 1 of the boys 8 and under 25-meter backstroke, we have Gavril Kopasunu of British Virgin Islands. In lane number 3, we have John Knoll of Grenada. And in lane number 4, we have Acacian Shepherd of Antigua and Barbuda. And they're off in heat number 1 of the boys 8 and under 25-meter backstroke.
And it's lane number 4, Acacian Shepherd of Antigua. Swimming strong here. Lane number 4 of Antigua, followed by John of Grenada and Gabriel of BVI. Good swimming, boys. We now move on to heat number 2 of 3 in the boys 8 and under 25-meter backstroke. In lane number 1 from St. Kitts and Nevis, Akimba Cornelius. Lane number 2, St. Kitts and Nevis, Ray-Jan Jacobs. In lane number 3 from St. Vincent the Grenadines, Jace Thomas. In lane number 4 from Antigua and Barbuda, Toby Bento. And in lane 5, rounding off the boys 8 and under, heat number 2, from Grenada, Jensen Decal. Points up for grab here. Who's going to take them?
And we have 2 St. Kitts and Nevis swimmers here in lane 1 and 2. Jace from St. Vincent and the Grenadines here in lane 3. Toby from Antigua and Barbuda in lane 4. And Jensen from Grenada in lane 5.
And they're looking like Jace from St. Vincent and the Grenadines to take that top spot with a time of 22.73. He's followed by Akimba from St. Kitts and Nevis. So left to be seen.
And now we're on to heat number 3, the final heat of the boys 8 and under 25-meter backstroke. In lane 1, we have Methuselah McLean of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In lane number 2, Andrew Charlemagne of St. Lucia. In lane number 3, Keanu Eli Box of St. Lucia. In lane number 4, Zane Dabriel of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Lane number 5, Laith St. John of Grenada. And lane number 6, William Virgil of British Virgin Islands.
Medals up for grabs. Who's going to take the most points here?
And this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. The grassroots level. This is where the seeds are planted for the future of the OECS region. And Keanu right now has 2 gold medals in the boys 8 and under, and he's looking to make it 3, but he is not going to get it easy from Andrew, his teammate, in lane number 2 who's already out with a fast start. It's Andrew from Keanu, from Zane.
And it looks like it's going to be Andrew. Andrew takes it.
And unofficially, it looks like Andrew from Keanu, from Zane. And we'll wait for those official results as they are posted.
Gold and silver for St. Lucia. And bronze for St. Vincent. Unofficially.
It's all about points here at the OECS Swimming Championships. It's all about bragging rights for your country. And we are moving on to the girls 9-10 50-meter backstroke. Once again, please follow OECS Swimming on Instagram and Facebook for the latest updates. Our media team is working diligently to get those to you. And pictures, videos, interviews, everything possible. So follow that page for official results, as Nicholas and I in the commentary booth will keep you updated as the scoreboard says.
Heat 1 of 3 of the girls 9-10 50-meter backstroke. And they're off in lane number 2. BVI Skylar Stair. Lane number 3. Emma Fortune of St. Lucia. Lane number 4. Luella Bernard of Grenada. And lane number 5. Holly Gooding of Grenada.
And now we're on to the 50-meter format of the backstroke. And this is the girls 9-10. So this is Emma right now showing her dominance here in the first heat of the girls 9-10 in her first year of the 9-10 age category. And that is Emma coming to the wall, closely followed there by Luella.
Emma followed by Luella, followed by Holly.
And now we are on to heat number 2 of 3 in the girls 9-10 50-meter backstroke. In lane number 1 we have Chloe Manas of St. Lucia. In lane number 2 we have Amber Francois of St. Lucia. In lane number 3 we have Noah Griffith of St. Vincent The Grenadines. Lane number 4 is Ira Hadley of St. Vincent The Grenadines. Lane number 5 Madison Charles of Grenada. And lane number 6 Jordan Howell of Antigua and Barbuda. And they're off in heat number 2 of the girls 9-10 50-meter backstroke. And the backstroke is the only stroke that is started in the pool. Okay, the swimmers remain on their backs except for when they go into their flip turn. And it's all about technique, it's all about practice, because there is very little room for error, very small margin for error in the backstroke. And these girls 9-10 here are putting a strong performance in heat number 2. That is Noah Griffith of St. Vincent the Grenadines leading the pack. Followed there by lane number 4, Ira Hadley of St. Vincent the Grenadines. And in third position currently it's looking like Grenada. And the scoreboard says lane number 3, Noah in a time of 41:07. Followed by Ira Hadley in a time of 43:16. And Madison Charles of Grenada in a time of 43.29. The top 3 finishers there in heat number 2 of 3. And we will move now into the fastest seeded heat of the girls 9-10 50-meter backstroke. In lane number 1 we have Evelyn Freeman of the British Virgin Islands. In lane number 2, Evie Twambarama from Grenada. In lane number 3, Isabel Nicholas of Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 4, Amelia Devine from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In lane number 5, Charlotte Gold of Antigua and Barbuda. And lane number 6, Anna Sukumaran of Antigua and Barbuda. The fastest seeded goes here with the time to beat currently standing at 41:07. Once again, it's all about points here. The top 8 finishers in every age category will contribute points to their overall team standings. And heat 3 is off here. That's some strong underwaters there by Evie from Grenada. But Isabel is now trying to pull ahead, but Amelia is also there and it's close at the turn. All 3 flip together. Once again, the time to beat is 41:07 and these girls are looking strong. And touching the wall for us is Isabel Nicholas in a time of 37.14, representing Antigua and Barbuda. She is followed there in silver medal position by Amelia out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And the bronze medal unofficially will go to Evie of Grenada in the girls 9 to 10 50-meter backstroke.
We now move to the boys 9 to 10 50-meter backstroke in heat number 1. In lane number 2 of Grenada, Ethan William Clement. In lane number 3 of St. Vincent the Grenadines, Zed Tony. In lane number 4 of Antigua and Barbuda, Major Emmanuel. Heat 1 of 3 in the boys 9 to 10 50-meter backstroke.
After this backstroke segment, we will be moving into the opening ceremony of the 33rd Oecs Swimming Championships. And following that opening ceremony, we will have the highly anticipated relays. So stay tuned. We will be here from 8 p.m. until 8 p.m. Sorry. But for those on island right now, please find your way down to SHREWSBURY Aquatic Center here in RATHO Mills, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
As we see Ethan and Sid fight for that top spot in the first heat, but it looks like it's Grenada's Ethan William Clement, followed by Zed Tony of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and then Major Emmanuel rounding off the first heat. We now move quickly into heat number 2 of 3. Swimming in lane 2 of St. Kitts and Nevis, Gage Leonce. In lane 3 from St. Lucia, Tyler Frederick. In lane number 4 of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Saj Caesar. In lane number 5 from St. Kitts and Nevis, Tridrian Truss. And into the water, heat number 2 of 3. Points up for grab here. Who's going to take them? As we see in lane number 4, Saj Caesar off to a strong lead here. Followed by St. Lucia's Tyler Frederick, but it's Saj Caesar making sure he gets his team on the points tally in the 50-meter backstroke. And it's Saj Caesar taking heat number 2 of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, followed by Tyler Frederick of St. Lucia. And in third place, it's Gage Leonce of St. Kitts and Nevis. heat 3 of 3, the final heat of the boys 90-10 50-meter backstroke. In lane number 1 of BVI, Aaron Besundut. In lane number 2 of Grenada, Kishan Cobb. Lane number 3 of St. Lucia, Miles Andrew. Lane number 4 of Grenada, Mateo Thomas. Lane number 5 of Antigua and Barbuda, Jalen West. And in lane number 6, rounding off the final heat, St. Lucia's Tiago Nelson. Medals up for grabs, points up for grabs. Who is going to take the medals? Who is going to take the most points?
So this is the boys 9-10 50-meter backstroke final heat. And that is a strong start there from Miles Andrew out of St. Lucia. But the two Grenadians that are sandwiching him are Mateo Thomas and Kishan Cobb. Turning closely behind Miles. And that is Mateo telling Miles not so fast. And that's Miles Andrew coming into the wall for the gold medal there in the boys 9-10 50-meter backstroke.
Followed by Mateo Thomas of Grenada getting that silver medal. And the bronze goes out of lane 1 from BVI, Aaron Besundut.
As we move along to the girls 11-12 100-meter backstroke, we encourage persons once again, please share the live around, share with persons in your network, family, friends, anyone, because this is what these swimmers are working hard towards. This is what they've spent their years and years training for, and even those that are now competing for the first time, all the way up to the Olympians representing, it's all about dedication, discipline, commitment, consistency, all the key words that make a strong sports person. That's what we're representing here at the 33rd Oecs Swimming Championships.
Correct.
Now we move into the girls 11-12 100-meter backstroke. In lane number 1, we have Maya Andrew from St. Lucia. In lane number 2, we have Zrebi Willow from Antigua and Barbuda. In lane number 3, Angelina Jackson-Bain from Grenada. In lane number 4, we have Conor Marie Monroe from Grenada. In lane number 5, Alyssa Watkins from Antigua and Barbuda. And lane number 6, Skylar Byron from St. Vincent The Grenadines.
This is heat 1 of 2, and it goes 11-12 100-meter backstroke.
And once again, a reminder here as we get into the 100-meter backstroke, that will be 4 lengths of the pool, a 25-meter pool. So these athletes now, as you get older, you get into the longer distance. And a reminder, Antigua and Barbuda currently leads the point standings, followed by Grenada by just 7 points, followed by St. Lucia, followed by St. Vincent as the top 4 teams. So that's from the morning session. So we would see how things shape up with this night session, but they can all feel the energy. Let's see more flags, let's see more representation, where you're watching from, where you're locked in from, who you're shouting out. It's all there for the swimmers to see once they finish racing, and that is lane number 4, Conor Marie, flipping there with her teammate Angelina Jackson-Bain.
And it's Conor Marie with a demanding swim here in the 100-meter backstroke. And she's touching in a time of 1:21.50. Following closely her teammate Angelina with a 1:23.75. We now move on to heat number 2, the final heat. In lane 1 from Antigua and Barbuda, Kaylee Warner. In lane number 2 of St. Vincent The Grenadines, Belle Adams. In lane number 3, Sophia Parks of St. Lucia. Lane number 4, Kezia Joseph of Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 5, Anaya George of St. Lucia. And in lane number 6, Jamie DeVoe of St. Lucia.
And they are off here with the final heat of the girls 11 to 12 100 meter backstroke with a strong start there from Sophia Parks, St. Lucia's very own upcoming superstar, but she's followed closely there by Bella Alum, St. Vincent The Grenadines' very own upcoming superstar, and all the other upcoming superstars there. We have lane 1, Kaylee Warner from Antigua and Barbuda. Then we have St. Lucia's Anaya George, not too far behind there in lane number 5. Jamie DeVoe and Kezia from Antigua and Barbuda there, but bringing back the pack.
It's all Sophia Parks here in the middle of the pool with another commanding performance here in the girls 11-12 100 meter backstroke. She's followed by her teammate Anaya George in lane 5. But Sophia Parks will be the gold medalist here. And she touches in a time of 1:09.80. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a new OECS record, breaking the record from 2006. A 19-year-old record has now been broken here at the OECS Swimming Championships 2025. She was followed by her teammate, Anaya George, also of St. Lucia, and in third place from Antigua and Barbuda, Kaylee Warner. So that's St. Lucia gold, Sophia Parks, Anaya George, also of St. Lucia, with the silver, and Kaylee Warner of Antigua and Barbuda with the bronze.
And Sophia Parks is in her first year of this 11 to 12 age group, so she will be looking to lower that record that she just set in the girls 11 to 12 100 backstroke after breaking a 19-year-old record. So like we mentioned, this is an upcoming star. Mark that name for future reference.
As we now move into the boys edition, the boys 11 to 12 100 meter backstroke, heat 1 of 3. Heat 1 of 3 in lane number 2, Ramon Stewart of Grenada. Lane number 3, Patrick Dowden, also of Grenada. And in lane number 4, Ethan Gunpat, also of Grenada. So it's a Grenadian affair. What you might call a nutmeg race. The pool might be blue, but it's full of greens.
Give me one more, give me one more.
I don't think I have any more in me.
It's all about vibes here at the SHREWSBURY Aquatic Center. Once again, there are 8 nations representing here from the OECS region, from the ones who are here for the second time to ones who have been winning from the first edition of the 33 years. But as we mentioned, it's all about country pride, but we are one region. We're all here for the development of sports in general because we are small, but together we are mighty.
As the Caribbean saying says, we small but we talawa. For those who know, they know.
And that is the nutmeg race here coming to the closing stages here. That is Patrick versus his teammate Ramon, but Ramon is looking to take it from him, and he does so in a time of 1:23.85, and a big personal best there for Grenada's own Patrick, Ramon, and finally Ethan there on the wall. Great swimming from our boys there in the 11 to 12 category. As we move into heat number 2 of 3, we have in lane 1 Nathan Lewis of St. Lucia. In lane number 2, Valentino Esposito from St. Kitts and Nevis. In lane number 3, Tyler Dantes from St. Lucia. Lane number 4, Nathaniel Gold from Antigua and Barbuda. And lane number 5 is Tristan Nicholas of Antigua and Barbuda.
Heat number 2 on the way. Points for grabs. Who's gonna take them? As we see at the first turn, Tyler Dantes of St. Lucia taking the lead here, the early lead. But it's close to call for the other positions, but Tyler Dantes commanding this heat number 2, ensuring that St. Lucia gets added points on the board.
And that's a strong backstroke stroke there by Tyler Dantes. And he's followed closely there by Nathaniel Gold and Antigua's Tristan Nicholas. And then we have Nathan Lewis, who is of St. Lucian and Vincentian blood.
But it's all Tyler Dantes. Touching in at 1:14.35, dropping the time off his entry time and ensuring that he puts points on the board.
And that's great swimming there from our heat number 2 of the boys, 11 to 12.
We now move on to heat 3 of 3, the final heat of the boys, 11 to 12, 100 meter backstroke. In lane 1, Christopher Walter of Antigua. In lane number 2, Alessandro Bazzoni, Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 3, Kagru Williams from St.Vincent The Grenadines. Lane number 4, Ethan Trufuk from Grenada. In lane number 5, Trey Tesserin from St. Lucia. And in lane number 6, Keone Deshang from St. Vincent The Grenadines.
And here we have Antigua well represented, Antigua and Barbuda well represented, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, and St. Lucia. So let's see those flags. I see St. Lucia flags dominating our live stream. We have Grenada well represented in the live stream. I see St. Vincent and the Grenadines flag, Antigua's flag. Let's keep them coming, supporting St. Kitts and Nevis. And they're off in heat number 3 of 3. The fastest seeded heat, with Kagri Williams of St. Vincent and the Grenadines there.
And
with the top seed
on the outside having a stellar start coming off of his record smashing performance in the 100 breaststroke.
And we like to call this one outside smoke.
Outside smoke. Outside. A very strong 450 here from Keone Deshang. Putting himself in prime position to win the gold medal. 2 gold medals here tonight.
And he's trying to maximize points there for St. Vincent and the Grenadines as well. With a full 9 points. That's a total of 18 points on the night for Keone if he can bring this home.
Who came second in the 100 breaststroke is right there with him. Followed closely by Antigua and Barbuda's Alessandro. But it looks like it's going to be Keone on the outside with a time of 108.23. Followed by Antigua and Barbuda's Alessandro Bazzoni, who outtouches Kadri Williams, who clocks a time of 109.99. Ultimate subbing 110.
And Keone would have PB'd there by about 6 seconds. That outside smoke, and he is showing the kind of form that he's bringing into these OECS swimming championships. And that is the form that St. Vincent and the Grenadines would need to compete against the likes of Grenada, Antigua, St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, Dominica, Anguilla. That's all who we have representing here. 8 nations, 166 swimmers. and they can see this stream. They can go back and they can look at the races, assess the races, and they can also see the support that was given to them. So it doesn't hurt to share, it doesn't hurt to leave a comment. Just please, this is all about the swimmers, this is all about the next generation of citizens from the OECS region. And here we have the girls 13 to 14 100 meter backstroke in heat number 1. In heat 1, we have Tori Hossam of Antigua and Barbuda in lane number 1. In lane number 2, we have Kyla Potter of British Virgin Islands. In lane number 3, we have Eltonique Leonard of St. Vincent The Grenadines. In lane number 4, Paradise Carlisle of Antigua and Barbuda. In lane number 5, Zaina Brathwaite of St. Lucia.
As we see here, coming into the 75, going into the last turn, it's Eltonique Leonard having a good swim here in heat 1 of 2 of the girls 13 to 14 100 backstroke. It's Eltonique Leonard, followed by Paradise Carlisle of Antigua and Barbuda, and Kyla Potter of BPI, but it's all Eltonique Leonard as she touches in a time of 1:15.77, dropping time off of entry time. Great swimming there from Eltonique Leonard.
She's followed by Paradise Carlisle from Antigua and Barbuda for the second touch in a time of 1:18.79. And it looks like third place in that heat would have gone to the British Virgin Islands, Kyla Potter, in a time of 1:20.24.
We now move to the final heat of the girls 13 to 14 100 meter backstroke. In lane number 1, St. Lucia's Amara Reed. In lane number 2, St. Vincent the Grenadines, Tia St-Hilaire. Lane number 3, Grenada's Kristen Gresham. Lane number 4, Antigua and Barbuda's Anya DeGaines. In lane number 5, Grenada's Eliza Rose Benjamin. And lane number 6, Grenada's Zia Oliver.
And now we are on to heat number 2 of 2 in the girls 13 to 14 100 meter backstroke. Where's position?
The final heat, who's going to get the gold, who's going to get the silver, who's going to get the bronze, who's going to get the most points for their team respectively.
And right now it's looking like Kristen Gresham here out of Grenada with a commanding start, but it's very close there in lane number 4, Anya.
Kristen of Grenada and Anya of Antigua. And in third place, currently, Tia St-Hilaire of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But right now, it's in the middle of the pool, lane 3 and 4. It's Kristen versus Anya. Kristen Gresham of Grenada, Anya DeGaines of Antigua and Barbuda. It looks like Kristen is going to take this in a time of 1:10.15, followed by Anya DeGaines with a 1:11.54, and Tia St-Hilaire in third place with a 1:13.19. So that's Grenada taking the gold, Antigua and Barbuda taking the silver, and St. Vincent the Grenadines taking the bronze medal.
Congratulations to all our ladies there in the girls 13 to 14 100 meter backstroke. But now we are moving swiftly into the boys 13 to 14 100 meter backstroke. In heat number 1 of the boys 13 to 14, we have Nyrick West of Antigua and Barbuda in lane number 1. In lane number 2, we have Antoine Christian of Antigua and Barbuda in lane number 2. In lane number 3, we have Caleb Williams of Grenada. In lane number 4, Jadon Hamilton of St. Vincent the Grenadines. And in lane number 5, Aaron Charles of St. Lucia.
Coming up to our last few events before the opening ceremony. And then we're then swiftly followed by the action-packed relays, the medley relays. A lot of action still left to go here tonight. We're going on till 8 p.m. You still have time to come out to the Shrewsbury Aquatic Center. And if you can't support the live, share it. As we see here in lane number 4, it's Jadon Hamilton of St. Vincent The Grenadines. As he comes into the last 15 meters of this 100-meter backstroke. It's a very close fight for second and third. But it's Jadon Hamilton taking this first heat, clocking a time of 1:10.80. And the scoreboard says unofficially second place goes to lane number 3 from Grenada, Caleb Williams. And in third place in lane 2 from Antigua and Barbuda, Antoine Christian. Jadon Hamilton taking that heat. And the final heat of the boys 13 to 14 100-meter backstroke. In lane number 1 from Grenada, Jaziel Francis. In lane number 2 from Antigua and Barbuda, Ruben Edwards. In lane number 3 from St. Lucia, Jaden Zhu. In lane number 4 from Grenada, Jacob Collymore. In lane number 5 from St. Lucia, Noah Darville. And in lane number 6 from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Tyler Robinson.
And for those who may have been tuning earlier, Tyler Robinson would have had the outside lane in the 100-meter back breaststroke and came away with the gold medal. So is this going to be a repeat, or is Jaden Zhu, who is known for his backstroke, going to reign champion with a time of 101.77 seeded? And some strong underwaters there from lane number 3, Jaden Zhu, as well as Jacob Collymore out of Grenada in lane number 4. And the turn simultaneously followed closely by Tyler Robinson in lane number 6. And that is Jaden now at the 50-meter mark.
Jaden Zhu, followed by Jacob Collymore, followed by Tyler Robinson. Some strong underwaters here coming into the last 15 meters. It's looking like all Jaden Zhu here.
Demanding performance here by Jaden Zhu in a time of 59.92.
And he's very happy about that. His first time breaking a minute.
And that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen here.
He's very excited with that one.
Hard work does pay off. Hard work does pay off.
59.92. Copping a sub-minute performance and a gold medal.
And
followed by Jacob Collymore.
And Tyler Robinson there with the bronze medal for St. Vincent and the Grenadines in a time of 105.03. So that is St. Lucia gold, Grenada silver, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines bronze in the boys 13 to 14 100-meter backstroke. In the girls 15 to 17 100-meter backstroke, we have heat number 1 of 2 heats. In lane number 2, we have Ileana Spencer of Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 3 is Alexandra Bristol of St. Lucia. Lane number 4 is Rania Jack of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And lane number 5 is Jay Potter of the British Virgin Islands. And we are moving slowly but surely into the opening ceremony here, where we will be seeing these swimmers on full display in their official tracksuits and representing the national colors.
Very lovely colors will be on display.
So continue to share the live, continue to stay locked in as we have here in the girls 15 to 17, heat 1 of 2. Once again here at the OACS Swimming Championships, we have the 8 and under category, the 9 to 10 category, 11 to 12, 13 to 14, 15 to 17, and then the 18 and over, where we will be featuring many Olympians from across the region. And it's looking like Rania Jack here with a strong finish in the girls 100 meter backstroke 15 to 17 age group. Her first OECS Swimming Championships, and she gets a win in heat number 1 of 2. And that is Alexandra Bristol there of St. Lucia, touching the wall in second, followed by Ileana Spencer of Antigua and Barbuda, followed by Jay Potter of the British Virgin Islands.
We now move on to heat number 2 of 2 of the girls 15 to 17 100 meter backstroke. In lane number 1 from St. Vincent The Grenadines, Zariel Nelson. And lane number 2 of St. Lucia, Faith LeBrunt. Lane number 3 of Antigua and Barbuda, Madison Macmillan. Lane number 4 of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Olympian Kenise Green. Lane number 5 of Grenada, Victoria Boxall. And lane number 6, also of Grenada, Kyra Couch.
And this now is the final heat of the girls 15 to 17 100 meter backstroke. We have Olympian Kenise Green here,
as she just displayed some stellar underwaters off the start. She's showing her experience and her collegiate training, and she's putting it into work as she's putting in the yards, swimming in the Shark Coast yards. As she turns here at the 50 meter alongside the lane number 3, Madison from Antigua and Barbuda.
and that is Kenise leading the way there in lane number 4, followed by Madison Macmillan of Antigua and Barbuda in lane number 3. And it's looking like lane number 6, Kira Cowich of Grenada.
But it's Kenise having a demanding race here.
Faith is also sticking around because this is all about medals here in the final heat. And Kenise takes the gold medal there
of 107.05. Just a second shy of the OECS record. And in second place, it's Madison Macmillan of Antigua and Barbuda. And in third place, from the outside, it's Kira Cowich from Grenada. So that's gold for St. Vincent the Grenadines, silver for Antigua and Barbuda, and bronze for Grenada.
And we move here now into the boys 15 to 17 100 meter backstroke in heat number 1 of 2. We have Elliot Fletcher of Grenada in lane number 1. In lane number 2 we have Esperance Shaw of Antigua and Barbuda. In lane number 3 we have Jay Cindy of Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 4 is Marlon Patterson of Grenada. Lane number 5 is Shamar James of St. Lucia. And lane number 6 is Tariq Bethel of Grenada. Heat number 1 of the boys 15 to 17 100 meter backstroke. And we now move into this 15 to 17 boys. We start to see faster swims. We start to see whiter waters.
As these guys near closer and closer to that sub-minute marker, although we saw a sub-minute marker, a sub-minute performance for the night from Jaden Zhu in the 13 to 14. We start to see a lot more swimmers nearing that marker here in the 15 to 17 category. As we see it in lane number 2, Esprit Shaw with a slight edge ahead of his teammate Jai Sindhi and Marlon Patterson of Grenada. But it's Esprit Shaw looking to take heat number 1 of the boys 15 to 17 100 meter backstroke. Having a strong swim here, he's touching in a time of 1:06.07. Just slightly edging out his teammate Jai Sindhi, followed by Marlon Patterson of Grenada. Great swimming out of heat number 1 as we now move on to the final heat of the boys 15 to 17 100 meter backstroke. Heat number 2. In lane number 1 of Antigua and Barbuda, Neil Naranjo. Lane number 2, also of Antigua, Ethan Stubbs Green. In lane number 3, from St. Lucia, Antoine Destang. In lane number 4, from St. Vincent The Grenadines, Matthew Balla. In lane number 5, also of St. Vincent The Grenadines, Hazen Dabrel. And rounding off the final heat, from St. Lucia, Ethan Hazel.
And I think that we can easily say that we are on a record watch here with Antoine Destang from St. Lucia, who is also a collegiate athlete at the University of Michigan, a freshman there, and he is here to show the OECS region what it takes to get to that next level. And I know his Vincentian colleague there, Matthew, would be looking to do the same. And the boys are off in the 15 to 17. Strong underwaters there from Antoine. And he's up in the lead from the start.
Very fast swimming we're seeing here on display. Some amazing underwaters here from Antoine Destang. And these are the type of things that is a requirement, especially in the Shore Coast edition. Strong underwaters. You move much faster underwater than you do on top of the water. And if you're able to squeeze your lungs and push as far underwater as possible, you will see incredible results.
And
as Antoine Destang comes off to do his last bit of underwaters, and he is definitely on record watch here.
He would have flipped in a time of 27.0 on his first 50, and he's coming to the wall here, and it's going to look like a 55.63.
That is a very fast time for
wow.
Antoine Destang, obliterating the previous record held by Zachary Gresham from 2022. Zachary, who we also will see featuring just in a bit, hoping to probably beat this time that Antoine Destang has just posted.
And he breaks
the a massive time.
And that is Matthew Balla there in second position with the bronze silver medal in a time of 59.15, and it looks like the bronze medal will go to Hazen Dabrel there, his teammate from St. Vincent the Grenadines, in a time of 101.92.
And based on all entry times, it seems like the medalists have all dropped time off of their personal best.
That's once again a record there in the boys 15 to 1700 backstroke. Let's see some Lucia pressure in the comments. And now we move into girls 18 and over, women 18 and over 100 meter backstroke. In heat number 1 of the women 18 and over 100 meter backstroke, we have Alicia Alfred of St. Lucia in lane number 2. In lane number 3, we have Nikisha Louis of St. Lucia in lane number 3. In lane number 4, we have Anissa Lewis of Antigua and Barbuda. And Nikisha Louis here and also Alicia Alfred are also collegiate athletes representing at different levels in the US, but it just goes to show that we do have a wide range, a plethora of different experiences coming together here at the OECS level, and it's all about coming home and bringing points home to your country, your nation, national pride, and just doing your best, putting your best foot forward. And we mentioned earlier that these athletes will be at different phases in their season, so right now it's just about showing up and showing out.
Exactly. And that is Nikisha Louis taking the top spot in the first heat of the women 18 and over 100 meter backstroke, clocking a time of 1:14.45. She's followed by Antigua's Anissa Lewis, and in third place, Alicia Alfred of St. Lucia. We now move to the final heat of the women 18 and over 100 meter backstroke. In lane number 2, Michaeli Charlemagne of St. Lucia. In lane number 3, Grenada's Kimberly Ince. In lane number 4, Grenada's Anaika Otway. And in lane number 5, of St. Kitts and Nevis, Jennifer Harding. And this heat is featuring 2 of our OECS Olympians. Olympian Kimberly Ince and Olympian Michaeli Charlemagne.
And they are off into heat number 2 of 2 in the women 18 and over 100 meter backstroke. 4 fast lengths of this 25 meter pool here for the women, and that is straight away Kimberly Ince, Olympian of Grenada, followed closely behind by Michaeli Charlemagne, Olympian from St. Lucia. And it's all about the medals and the points here in the 18 and over category, where there are only 7 participants, so they know that no matter what they do, they will get points, but they want to make sure that they get the most points that's available to them. And right now it's Michaeli and Kimberly fighting for that top spot.
The battle of the Olympians. And it's Michaeli touching in a time of 1:10.12, followed by Kimberly Ince, who touches in a time of 1:11.63. And in third place, that would be Jennifer Harding of St. Kitts and Nevis, touching in a 1:13.75.
So that is gold to St. Lucia, silver to Grenada, and bronze to St. Kitts and Nevis unofficially. And in this boys men 18 and over 100 meter backstroke, we have OECS's only ever participant, Paralympian Kentriel Kidd, and he is representing here amongst in lane number 1. That is Kentriel Kidd, the first Paralympic athlete here to represent at the OECS Championships. Then we have lane 2, Eltonte Leonard. In lane 2, that's from St. Vincent The Grenadines. Lane 3, Manav Cindy of Antigua and Barbuda. Lane number 4, Kenali Allen of St. Vincent The Grenadines. Lane number 5, Jod Baker, St. Vincent The Grenadines. And lane number 6, Naeem Rosman of St. Lucia. And this is a story of dedication. We must highlight Kentriel. Kentriel represented St. Vincent at at the OECS Swimming Championships in 2023, and then he represented at the 2024 Paralympic Games, and now he's back in 2025 at the OECS Swimming Championships. And that's strong swimming from the center of the pool there. That's El Tante, Manav, and Kenali in heat number 1 of the men 18 and over 100-meter backstroke.
And sandwiched in between them is a Manav Cindy trying to pull himself away from the Vinci waves being created on his outside. But it looks like he's being crushed in a bit as Kenali comes in to touch first with a time of 104.19, followed by Manav Cindy of Antigua and Barbuda to 104.73, and El Tante Leonard in third place with a 105.46.
And then that's Kentrell there in a time of 119.78, so that's a personal best there for Kentrell Kid. And then we have Naeem Rossman bringing together heat number 1 of the men 18 and over 100-meter backstroke.
And we now move to the last individual event of the night. The men 18 and over 100-meter backstroke final heat. In lane number 1 of Grenada, Nathan Fletcher. In lane number 2 of Antigua and Barbuda, Stefano Mitchell. In lane number 3 of Grenada, Zachary Gresham. In lane number 4 of St. Lucia, Jordan Auger. In lane number 5 of Antigua and Barbuda, Jaden Olias. Yes. And this final heat features 4 Olympians. 4 Olympians.
Lane 2 to lane 5.
Ranging from Rio 2016 straight through to Paris 2024. And Jordan Auger, who is in lane number 4. This is one of his pet events. However, he's just come back to really represent, as he wouldn't have been training as much. But Zachary Gresham, we might be on record watch as he holds the current OECS record in this age group that he set last year.
And Zachary also currently competing collegiately, is showing that his training is kicking into full gear.
And he's showcasing his stellar underwaters as he goes into the 75 meter. It's all Zachary Gresham in this 100 meter backstroke. Are we on record watch? Zachary versus the clock. Is he going to beat his own record? And he just misses out on it as he clocks a 56.98.
But that's gold to Zachary there, and it looks like silver will go to Stefano Mitchell from Antigua and Barbuda, and the bronze will go to Jordan Auger of St. Lucia. So that's gold to Grenada, silver to Antigua and Barbuda, and bronze to St. Lucia. And then followed there in 4th place would be from heat number 1. But I think that is the final individual event here on the second session of the OECS Swimming Championships. Please stay locked in because we are now moving into the opening ceremony of these championships, and then following the opening ceremony we would have the highly anticipated relays. The relays, maximum points will be doubled, so it's all up for stake, and there's still more to shake out here at the second session Friday night here at the 33rd Oecs Swimming Championships. And we continue to encourage persons to share the live around, and we thank those who have been engaging with us from this morning onwards and those who are now tuning in. We will be here from 10 a.m. tomorrow here at the Shrewsbury Aquatic Center in RATHO Mill, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and then from Sunday as well, 10 a.m. So there is a lot to sort out, a lot to decide. And from this morning session, once again, Antigua and Barbuda is leading the point standings with 118 points. In second, we have Grenada with 111 points. In third, we have St. Lucia from this morning session with a total of 106 points. Fourth is St. Vincent and the Grenadines with 78 points. Fifth is St. Kitts and Nevis with 15 points. and 6 is British Virgin Islands with 10 points.
So it will be interesting to see how these evenings proceedings thus far has shifted around the point standings. Especially seeing how we're going into the relays, which are worth double the amount of points.
And we will be looking to hopefully do some interviews between now and the opening ceremony to give you some behind the scenes of what it really takes to prepare a team and to prepare the athletes to prepare themselves to represent, to push themselves over the course of 10 events. And so we continue to encourage you to show your support as best as possible. If you're on the island of St. Vincent, please find your way down here. If you're home, let us know where you're locked in from. Shout out the swimmers who you're representing, the nations who you're representing, because it's all about energy, it's all about vibes, and this is history in the making, this is documentation, so that's why it's so important. And I think we're going to have a song clash here up until a song clash will be taking place here, a clash of tunes across the nations. We have some jab coming in from Grenada, and we're going to be hearing some more as we proceed. So if you're still locked in, you're going to be hearing some vibes. So if you feel like turning up tonight, Friday night, a good week, if you feel like a color leaf in the rain right now, drop your green flag if you feel like that dashing leaf.
Grenada 473 nutmeg.
I think with that, I'm going to go look for Grenada's coach to come and do an interview.
Troubles in what you say? Nice to see you again. Coming fresh as you play. Hello, Caravan. Back on that easy day. We can't say they like to see me. Oh yeah, we waiting. And now we ready to rush up the end. Yo, now we see time to pull our stunts. Just clear and shake what happens. We doing whatever the hell we want.
And our championships this weekend are being brought to you with the sponsorship of Flow, the Bank of St. Vincent The Grenadines, and the National Launchers Authority. So you've seen the officials make their march on and off of the deck, but it's time now to see the folks who these championships are all about. So ladies and gentlemen, please get ready to welcome the competing teams in this year's OECS Swimming Championships.
Can you feel the love on a stranger's face? With my people dancing through time and space.
We begin with the team from Anguilla.
Jump back with me. Eating every meal that days. All is the only grace.
Followed by Antigua Barbuda. We have our friends from the Spice Isle Grenada. Our friends from the Helen of the West, St. Lucia.
Can you feel the love on a stranger's face? With my people dancing through time and space.
And now let's hear it for the home team, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for all the competing countries here for the 33rd OECS Swimming Championships.
Here at the Shrewsbury Aquatic Center.
And again, we here with us for this evening, this weekend actually. We'd now like to invite to deliver a word of prayer for our opening ceremony. Okay, she's on her way. Following that, we'll have the national anthems of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the OECS anthem.
Dear God, thank you for bringing us here today. We ask that you would bless the OECS competition. We ask that you would help the swimmers remember what they've learned in training and apply it to their swims. Lord, in your word it says that everything we do should be unto you, so we ask that everything they do it for your glory, Lord. We ask that you would bless all of the coaches, the supporters, the volunteers, the timers, the officials, Lord. We ask that you would keep us safe and there will be no injuries, and that you would continue to make this a competition where we can come together and we can compete against each other. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.
And at this time, folks, we invite you to remain standing for the playing of the national anthems. First, the national anthem of the Grenadines.
And now the OECS anthem.
Inspired by a free and kindness and by integration to protect excellence will be our guide. Keep pushing onward to the sky, moving on together, forever and ever. To fight the fight, to light fire, one bright future, one people, one religion, committed to success.
An anthem full of vibes. Yeah, just like we are here in the OECS. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Stanley. I'll be your MC for the entire weekend of this championships. And at this point, we'd like to, we're going to hear from the president of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Swimming Federation. Unfortunately, he could not be here with us in person, but he did make sure that he left us his message on a recording. So we'll have that for you right now.
Good day all. It is a great pleasure and pride to welcome our extended swim family from Antigua, Anguilla, Dominica, Grenada, St. Vincent, and St. Lucia to the 33rd Oecs Swimming Championships. It is our sincere hope that the athletes, their coaches, team officials and supporters have a wonderful and memorable visit to SVG, and that they will leave us with fond memories and a desire to return again. We hope that the young athletes in particular take this great opportunity to both renew and to make new friendships. We want you to compete, to do your best, and regardless of if you win medals or not, to know that you tried your best. While each of you swimmers are here representing your individual countries, you are also showing here the best of the OECS region. I want to encourage the coaches in particular to continue their terrific work in grooming these young people to not only be excellent swimmers, but to be great future leaders and excellent role models for others to follow. It would be remiss of me not to thank all of those who have contributed to this event and to assist us in preparing. First, thanks to all of you athletes and coaches from all your countries. Without you and your dedication and commitment, we wouldn't have these championships. It takes a team and partnerships to put on an event such as this, and we have had a great team effort supported by both public and private sector partners. I have limited time, and we promised an opening ceremony no longer than 30 minutes. I really can't name all of you who have helped, but rest assured that your efforts are sincerely appreciated. I'd specifically like to mention the support we've received from our major sponsors, which are the SVG Olympic Committee, the SVG National Lotteries Authority, FLO, the Bank of St. Vincent, and Gallagher's. Without the support from both the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, through the lottery and national properties, and the SVG Olympic Committee, we would not have this pool facility and swimming in SVG, and we would not have developed to its current level. Thanks again to all donors, partners, and contributors. Swimming is an amazing sport. I know of no other sport that produces the incredible athletes and terrific academic results combined. In many countries, we do the same pattern of competitive swimmers who are also producing excellent results from school. It is good to see that the governments of St. Lucia and Grenada are committed to investing and improving their pool facilities and recognize the importance of swimming, given that we are all small islands surrounded by water. It is my sincere hope that the government of St. Vincent the Grenadines will pay attention and follow you. Finally, and critically, to all our swimmers, our timers, our referees, our other officials, and all our parents, a very special thank you for your amazing hard work. To my local OECS organizing committee, Simone, Brian, and Janelle, you have been an amazing team, and I thank you for your great efforts and sacrifices made over the last 2 years that we've hosted OECS. Very few will ever know the time, effort, and sacrifice you have all made. Athletes, coaches, visitors, welcome to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Have a great weekend, and to all athletes, may you leave us with wonderful memories. Thank you. My apologies for not being able to be there in person, but I am currently having knee replacement surgery in Trinidad. So, anyway, have a great time all. Take care.
That is Mr. Stephen Joachim, president of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Swimming Federation. Next, we'd like to invite to give some brief remarks, country manager of FLO St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Miss Andrea Liverpool.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night to everyone. I'm going to be very brief tonight. I want to say thank you to the Federation for allowing FLO this opportunity to partner with them. At FLO, we continue to connect. We continue to transform lives, and this is just one of the activities that we support that help us to do so. So tonight, our VP of HR at Liberty Caribbean should have been with us tonight. He sends his apologies. He's an avid swimmer and very passionate about this sport. Last July, following the hurricane, he did swim in the Grenadines waters in support of our people in Union Island. And so he sends along a donation to the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Federation, Swimming Federation, in support of this activity this afternoon. To our swimmers and our visitors, enjoy St. Vincent, all the best, put your best foot forward, your best will always be good enough. Right? Thank you very much on behalf of Flo and the Liberty Caribbean Foundation. Thank you, and to have a successful event.
Thank you very much. Andrea Liverpool, country manager of Flo St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Of course, another one of our sponsors is the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and with us, Miss Patricia John, manager of marketing and communications.
Good night, everyone. It is indeed a pleasure to be here representing Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines as the proud sponsor of this 33rd OECS swimming competition. And I said once again because we were here last year, but I'm sure you remember last year there was a torrential downpour and we were unable to do the opening ceremony, so we could not address you. So we're so happy that we have this opportunity as a country in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to be able to host this back-to-back championship 2024 and 2025. I want to start off by saying congratulations to the persons who were successful last year, the Antigua and Barbuda team that came and won the title last year. Congratulations to you. And of course, I have to mention Grenada, who placed second, and our very own St. Vincent and the Grenadines that came third. So congratulations to all who participated. Now, just briefly on BOSVG, if you're familiar with us, you will know that we have a deep commitment to youth development, sports, and wellness. And we firmly believe in investing in our young people while promoting a healthy lifestyle, because we believe that has a transformative impact. And sports like swimming plays a critical role in this mission, perseverance and teamwork and excellence. Perhaps I should be honest with you. While I understand swimming is a life skill, personally, I cannot swim. I don't know if that disqualifies me from being here today and addressing you. But I always say and joke that I have the technique in my head, but to get into a body of water and put it into practice, I haven't yet put that skill together. And perhaps that's why I'm so fascinated when I come and I see these strong swimmers. And these swimmers here are not making any joke. Across the OECS, we see them having remarkable performances and continuing to lift the standard of regional competition. We've even seen some of the swimmers qualify to compete at an Olympic level. And we know that that is no small accomplishment. Now, I went back and forth on whether I should mention some names, but I don't want to inadvertently leave anyone out or offend anyone, so I decided not to. Still, you know who you are, and we thank you for contributing so tremendously to the impact of swimming in the region. All of you swimmers have shown dedication and discipline and heart, and that is what truly defines champions. Your achievements really remind us that when Caribbean athletes take to the pool, they do more than just race. They show the world that our small islands can produce world-class talent. We urge you to continue to strive for this excellence, and we cheer you on, hoping that you know that you possess the power to bring our nations together in a way that transcends boundaries and reminds us that the strength of the region lies not in written agreements, but in the hearts, talents, and the unity of our people. So to all the athletes here today, your hard work, discipline, and passion is what makes this event truly special. And remember that your success is not measured by the amount of medals you win, but in the effort, the growth, and the relationships that you gain along the way. We extend our thanks to the organizers, the coach, the parents, and the supporters who are here and who make the championship possible. And we are proud to host this prestigious event here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines again. We hope that the warmth and hospitality of our people shines through to make your experience a memorable one. And on behalf of Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we are honored to support and continue to build communities and celebrate excellence. Thank you and have a wonderful and incident-free meet.
Thank you very much, Patricia John of the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And Ms. John, I'm sure the local coaches here would agree with me to say that it's never too late to learn. Right, Ricky, Kyle? Yeah. Now we'll hear from the General Secretary of the National St. Vincent and the Grenadines Olympic Committee, Mr. Keith Joseph.
Good evening and welcome to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This ground on which we stand, this pool that you are participating in, was once perhaps 1/10 the size that it now is. And what it is today is a reflection of the dedication and hard work of a few individuals whose numbers have grown over the years to facilitate a national association that has been able to host the OECS swimming championships on several occasions, and on this particular occasion in the second consecutive year. What they have achieved in that short time of their existence is in large measure a collective effort from members of the OECS swimming fraternity and the wider Caribbean. When this project started, we had one very, very keen individual in Ricky Dean Alexander, who over time went to hotels and asked for use of their hotel pools in and out of season to teach people to swim. Today, Ricky Dean is still one of our national coaches and in many respects a treasure for swimming in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But Grenada had a coach in Michael Davidson, who gave of his time and came in this country and started this project that you see here today. From Barbados, we had one of their best coaches who still comes to St. Vincent and the Grenadines from time to time to help us to continue to develop our sport. Dave Farmer is his name. And over the years, this country has sought to develop swimming because there is an interest in relating sport to the development of the whole person. It doesn't matter the size of the country. And the OECS is testimony to that. The joy that you had in playing and listening to the OECS anthem is a reflection of the spirit, the buoyancy, and the life that we have as people of small islands who, when we hold our hands together and put ourselves to any task, can in fact achieve a high measure of success. I want to congratulate the swimming fraternity of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for hosting yet again. But I want to congratulate each and every one of you, each and every member federation of the OECS, to understand that as a collective, we have been able to show CARICOM by the way that it should have been leading in terms of utilizing sport as a vehicle, not just for development of the individuals, but for the development of our respective societies. The OECS is the grouping that first, in 2001, allowed for the freedom of movement of our peoples. It has taken CARICOM 23 years to get to that point a few months ago, and so far only 6 countries have agreed on it. You who have collected here are aware of the value of unity as small islands. Congratulations to everyone who entered this pool as a participant. Congratulations more so to those who finished the races. Importantly, congratulations to those who will get medals and who will mount the podium. Thank you all for being here, and may you enjoy the sport and continue to believe in yourselves and in our collective OECS region. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Keith Joseph, General Secretary of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Olympic Committee. At this point now, we invite the Acting Director of Sport here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Mr. Jumodine May, to do the official declaration of the opening of this 33rd OECS Swimming Championships. Mr. May.
A pleasant good evening to all. I bring you greetings on behalf of the Minister of Sport, Dr. Orlando Brewster, Honorable Dr. Orlando Brewster. Let me first, before I got the easiest job, but before I do so, let me first commend the parents who are here. I must say the sport of swimming has the most supportive parent group that I have ever seen throughout sport, right? It is, I'm of the opinion that the Federation can also join with me to say the sport of swimming has grown throughout the years because of the parents and the support that they give the kids, right? To the swimmers, there's a saying that there's a 10,000 hours rule that you need to practice and repeat skills for 10,000 hours to master it. I can guarantee you that your parent will be every step of the way if you are willing to do so, right? So to all swimmers, to all officials, I wish you all the best in terms of this tournament. I know it's going to be one that would be very remarkable. And with this, I wish everyone safe, injury-free tournament. And now with all the hands, let us declare this tournament officially open.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jumodine May. I'd also like to take this opportunity to echo the sentiment of Mr. May in that the support of parents is critically important. And with that being said, what I would like to do is have all these swimmers who are here, please give a round of applause to your parents for supporting you in your ventures here and at home. At this point, we'd like to invite Hazen Dabriel of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to deliver the athlete's oath.
On behalf of all athletes, I solemnly pledge to take part in the 33rd OECS Swimming Championships in the true spirit of fair play, honor, and respect. We promise to abide by the rules that govern this competition, to respect the officials and fellow competitors, and to always uphold the ideals of sportsmanship. In striving for excellence, we shall compete with integrity and discipline, bringing pride to our teams, our countries, and to the spirit of the OECS.
Thank you very much, Hazen. Hazen, those are the bluest Crocs I have ever seen. We now invite Ms. Simone France to deliver the official's oath.
On behalf of all officials, I solemnly pledge to officiate at the OECS Swimming Championship with complete impartiality, integrity, and respect for the rules. We promise to perform our duties with fairness and consistency to ensure that the spirit of true sportsmanship prevails and that every athlete is given an equal opportunity to perform to the best of their ability. In carrying out our responsibilities, we shall uphold the honor of our respective countries and the unity and excellence of the OECS.
Thank you very much. And now we invite Ms. Janelle Ball of the SVG Swim Federation to deliver the vote of thanks.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Stephen has thanked almost everyone already, but I'll go through the list once again. I'll be brief. My task this evening is to give the vote of thanks Firstly, we would like to thank the Almighty for sparing our lives so that we may witness this 33rd OECS Swimming Championships and for keeping the rain mostly away. To our major sponsors, the Bank of St.Vincent and the Grenadines, Gallagher, FLO, the National Lotteries Authority, the National Olympic Committee, we thank you. Without your significant financial contribution, these championships would not have been possible. We are very grateful for your support and look forward to collaborating with you in the future. To our other corporate partners, COSCAB with brands Powerade, Schweppes, and Coca-Cola, and for the use of their tents, ice bins, and cooler, thank you. Ocado, agents for Tusty Water, Creamery Ice Cream, and novelties, and Farmer's Choice products, we are grateful for the partnership. Thank you also to the National Properties Limited for the use of the Shrewsbury House, General Maritime Agencies for the donation of cleaning supplies, to the Solid Waste Management Unit for our garbage collection, and All Islands Recycling for the loan of your recycling bins. These championships would not be possible without a Herculean effort from our swimmers and coaches and parents. We would like to thank the SVG Swimming Federation for their excellent leadership, and in particular the local organizing committee for their hard work and dedication over the last year to make this championship a reality and a success. These types of sporting events would not be possible without our volunteers, and I would like a big round of applause for our volunteers. Thank you to all of you who have volunteered as officials, timers, liaison officers, members of subcommittees in the food and beverage area, or in any other way, given of your time and talent. Many of our volunteers are dedicated swim parents whose constant support ensures that their children are successful in this sport of swimming. Thanks also to VC3 for providing live streaming, to our commentators, Shane Cadogan and Nicholas Sylvester, both of whom are former SVG national swimmers and Olympians. Thank you. I'm looking forward to the rave reviews of your commentary after the excellent job you did last year. We'd like to thank also Garth Niles for the lovely headpieces worn by the children for every country. To all the people who assisted with venue preparation, our custodians, caterers, our lovely announcer, our medical volunteers, photographers, and our DJ. Thank you to the representatives from other media outlets and for being here to cover our championships. Finally, to our participating islands and territories, thank you for coming and making these championships another fiercely competitive and exciting one. Thank you to our athletes and coaches for putting in the effort in training over the year. Undoubtedly, your efforts will pay off. Thank you to our spectators and all the fans of swimming, and thank you for coming and giving your support to our young athletes. Enjoy this 33rd OECS Swimming Championships.
Thank you very much, Ms. Janelle Balla. And folks, that will bring us officially to the end of our opening ceremony. So what we'll have now is for our competing athletes who are on the deck to do their march off in the same order that they came on. So we'll begin with Anguilla, and they'll just continue around the pool and go back up. And then when we come back, we will have the relays, one of the most exciting components of this swimming championship. So again, thank you so much, and we'll be back with the relays in the pool shortly.
Sorry.
Thinking of winning the lotto jackpot? Well, there is an easy way. Combo Play. Choose 4 numbers from 1 to 36. That's a combo 4 at a cost of $64. Match any 4 of the 5 numbers and win the lotto jackpot. There's Combo 6, where you purchase 6 numbers for only $12. Match any 5 of the 6 lotto numbers and hit the jackpot. How about Combo 7? That's a purchase of 7 lotto numbers for $42. Match any 5 of the 7 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3, Combo 8 and Combo 9 lotto plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Pauls Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Lotto, you have to be in it to win it. You can increase your chances of winning the Super 6 jackpot with a combo play. Remember, Super 6 numbers are from 1 to 28. Choose any 5 Super 6 numbers. That's a combo 5 for $69. Match any 5 of the 6 numbers and you will win the jackpot. Choose 7 Super 6 numbers for $21. Match any 6 of the 7 numbers and win the jackpot. There's more. Combo 8, where you purchase 8 Super 6 numbers for $84. Match any 6 of the 8 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3 and Combo 4 Super 6 plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Pauls Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
Release, release, release. We are live. Check with them, man. Hold on. Yep. And we are back. And we are back here with The relay segment after our opening ceremony, where you would have seen all our national pride here on display, but one theme reigns true, it's unity. But unity now turns into fierce competition here in the girls 10 and under 200-meter medley relay. In lane number 1, we have St. Lucia swim team. In lane number 2, St. Vincent the Grenadines. In lane number 3, Grenada. And in lane number 4, Antigua and Barbuda. Once again, we encourage your support on the broadcast. Share the broadcast. This is when the OECS Swimming Championships heats up in this relay segment. It's an individual sport after all, but the team aspect comes out in these relays, and as we mentioned earlier, points are maximized here with points being doubled on the go. And here we're starting. It's going to be 2 lengths of each stroke, and you're going to hear the crowd. You might not hear us too well, but you definitely would hear the crowd.
It's a lot of excitement as these relays get underway. Everyone's on their feet. No one is missing any bit of action as they go into the first 25 meters of the first leg. All the horns are blowing, the bells are ringing, the cheers are chanting. As we see Team Antigua come to their first handover for their second leg, going from backstroke into breaststroke. And in the water, it's Antigua, followed by Grenada, followed by St. Vincent The Grenadines, followed by St. Lucia.
And that's going to be Amber Francois in the water there for Team St. Lucia. And that's Ira Hadley for Team St. Vincent on the breaststroke leg. Luella Bernard for Grenada. And Charlotte Gold on the breaststroke leg for Antigua and Barbuda. They can feel your energy coming through the live. This is when it matters most.
The atmosphere is truly electric as we prepare to go into the second handover, the third leg, the butterfly leg. The race is getting closer and closer, and it's Antigua into the third leg, followed by Grenada, followed by St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
It's a close race there for gold. Grenada is feeling blood in the water, but it's Antigua and Barbuda right now holding strong. St. Vincent close behind. Let's see your Antigua flags. Let's see your Grenadian flags, your Vincentian flags, your Lucian flags.
As they come into the third and final handover, the freestyle leg.
The final leg of this relay here, it will be decided right now, and it's Antigua into the water first, followed by Grenada, followed by St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
And then it's St. Lucia, but it's all Antigua in the front. It's looking like Antigua's going to get the gold medal and the 18 points.
And that's a strong anchor there coming in from Team Antigua and Barbuda.
And St. Vincent and the Grenadines is closing up on that second spot. But it's going to be Antigua to take the gold. It's going to be close, but it's going to be Grenada with the second. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines taking third, followed by St. Lucia in fourth.
And we now begin the ANT chants here at the Shrewsbury Aquatic Center. This Friday night session.
As they get the gold medal and the 18 points. Grenada gets silver, 14 points. St. Vincent and the Grenadines gets bronze and 12 points. St. Lucia comes fourth and grabs 10 points.
In lane 2, St. Lucia,
And now we are on to the boys 10 and under 200-meter medley relay. And for those who may be unfamiliar, the medley relay starts with the backstroke leg, followed by the breaststroke leg, followed by the fly, butterfly, followed by freestyle, as we would have seen in that first heat. So in lane number 1, we have St. Kitts and Nevis's team. In lane number 2, we have Team St. Lucia. In lane number 3, we have Team Grenada. Lane number 4 is Team St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And lane number 5 is Team Antigua and Barbuda. 5 nations competing for the top spot. Let's feel some energy here for our young swimmers. This is what they came out to do. Represent and represent well.
And the first leg is on the way, the backstroke leg.
And that's looking like Team St. Lucia with a strong start there with Keanu Elibox. Looking to put his team in a good position on the first leg. He's followed closely by Team Grenada. It's looking like Mateo Thomas.
And St. Lucia with a commanding start as they prepare the first handover into the second leg, the breaststroke leg. It's St. Lucia.
And that's looking like
followed by Grenada. And it's St. Vincent and the Grenadines in third. Antigua and Barbuda in fourth, followed by St. Kitts and Nevis. But it's St. Lucia commanding this boys 10 and under 200 medley relay as they prepare to hand over to their second handover and the third of 4 legs.
And it would have been Miles Andrew who would have led St. Lucia after that strong start. And now heading into the water on this fly leg is going to be Tyler Frederick. And Keanu Lightbox will bring up the freestyle leg, but then Grenada is not too far behind.
As St. Lucia extends a massive lead over the field. Grenada dives in for their butterfly leg, followed by St. Kitts and Nevis, and closely followed by St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
And this is Tyler Frederick here leading St. Lucia's charge for gold in the boys 10 and under 200 meter medley relay. And you could feel the energy here seeping at the Shrewsbury Aquatic Center. And I'm hoping that energy is going well at home as well for our viewers.
As St. Lucia dives into their final handover, the freestyle leg. Grenada in second. And it's very close between St. Kitts and Nevis and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But it's all St. Lucia.
St. Lucia is loving this one, man. Gold medal is coming home to Team St. Lucia, followed by Team Grenada.
Pressure is all you're hearing in the stands.
And the pressure chants are starting there for Team St. Lucia. Team Grenada is close behind in the silver medal position.
And Grenada comes in, taking that second spot, the silver medal, and the 14 points. And it's going to be St. Vincent and the Grenadines getting that bronze medal and 12 points, followed by St. Kitts and Nevis, and then Antigua and Barbuda. But it's St. Lucia taking the boys 10 and under 200 meter medley relay.
And that is just the beginning of this energy. We still have the girls and boys 11 to 14, and then we have the girls and boys 15 and over. So we have 4 more relays here for you tonight. Share the live, get persons to tune in, because this is what the OECS Swimming Championships is all about. Those of us who would have participated, Nicholas and myself, this is what we live for. Getting that medal as a team is more important than getting that medal as an individual.
Yes. It's some of the most memorable moments is swimming on a relay with your training partners and seeing your team medal or even win a relay while everyone is on their feet supporting you. As we now move on to the girls 11 to 14 200 meter medley relay. In lane number 2 you have Team St. Lucia, lane number 3 Team Grenada, lane number 4 Team St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and lane number 5 Team Antigua and Barbuda. No one has come off of their feet. No one has sat back down since the beginning of these relays here tonight.
And we're off with the girls 11 to 14 200-meter medley relay. Once again, that's Lucia in lane 2, Grenada in lane 3, Vinci in lane 4, and Antigua and Barbuda in lane number 5. And that's looking like Grenada out with a strong start. Starting strong is Grenada. That is St. Vincent and the Grenadines closely behind Antigua and Barbuda in the 3rd position right now.
As we come to the 4th handover, it looks like it's Grenada diving into the breaststroke leg, followed by St. Vincent and the Grenadines, followed by St. Lucia and Antigua. Grenada, followed by St. Vincent.
Lucia, A&T, Greens, Vinci, Lucia, A&T. And this is St. Vincent and the Grenadines here, trying to make up some ground on her Grenada competitor here.
A very strong breaststroke leg from Elton E. Leonard from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, closing up on Grenada. As they do go into the 2nd handover into the butterfly leg, it's Grenada, St. Vincent, closely followed by St. Lucia and then Antigua. But it's very close at the front between Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. St. Vincent taking out.
And it's bouncing. This is the home turf for St. Vincent and the Grenadines right now, and they're trying to defend it as best as possible.
And it's Bell Adams, St. Vincent
Bell Adams with a strong swim.
A gap on Grenada as they come to the 3rd and final handover. It's St. Vincent and the Grenadines, followed by Grenada, followed by St. Lucia, followed by Antigua. The last 50 meters, the final leg.
Skylar Byron in the water there for Team St. Vincent and the Grenadines, trying to bring home gold for St. Vincent and the Grenadines in this 11 to 14 relay.
The place is loud, it's electric. The last 25 meters, they're finishing strong.
It's not going to be easy. Skylar's holding on, but Grenada's coming. They're closing, but Skylar is putting her head down right now, and she will take the gold from Grenada.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, followed by Grenada, followed by St. Lucia, followed by Antigua. Gold for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, your host nation, followed by Grenada taking silver and St. Lucia taking bronze. Very exciting, really, and we still have a few more to go.
And we will move swiftly along now to the boys 11 to 14 200 medley relay. So we've had Grenada win 1 relay, St. Lucia win 1 relay, St. Vincent and the Grenadines win 1 relay. Oh, Antigua won the first. So it's Antigua, my apologies, Antigua with 1, St. Lucia with 1, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines with 1. Now we're on to the boys 11 to 14. In lane number 1 we have Team St. Lucia. In lane number 2 we have Team Antigua and Barbuda. In lane number 3 Team Grenada. Lane number 4 Team St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And lane number 5 Team St. Kitts and Nevis. Well, Nick, I feel like we need to just swim this. You know, I feel like we're swimming this.
It literally feels like we're the ones here behind the blocks. And it's a lot of white water as we go up the age category. The boys 11 to 14. It's hard to tell who's really leading as we see Tyler Robinson of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada and St. Lucia. It looks like St. Lucia is taking the edge here in lane 1. It's St. Lucia the first handover, followed by Grenada, followed by St. Vincent and the Grenadines, followed by Team Antigua and Barbuda into the breaststroke leg.
And that was a strong swim there by Jaden Zoo of Team St. Lucia to give them a strong start. But that is Calgary Williams there in the St. Vincent and the Grenadines cap, trying to bring them back into that top position. But he's followed closely there by Grenada, and Antigua is not too far behind, but Calgary is pulling away.
It's St. Vincent, followed closely by St. Lucia, followed by Grenada, followed by Antigua. This is a very close one as they come to the second handover, straight into the butterfly leg. St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Grenada, Antigua. It's very close. And Grenada takes over the lead.
And that is Jacob Collimo there. Jacob Collimo is pushing it right now. He's pushing that red button.
It's Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Antigua. Into the final handover, Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Antigua.
And that's Grenada in the lead right now on this final leg. St. Vincent and St. Lucia will battle it out for that top spot. It's Keone Dishong and Noah Darville.
Oh, it's very close. It's Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia.
Oh, it's Keone coming back there. But it's going to be Grenada here for the top spot.
Lucia,
and it's battle for silver. And the scoreboard says silver goes to St. Vincent and the Grenadines there, and bronze to Team St. Lucia. But that is Grenada's gold medal. So now we have Team Antigua 1 goal, Team St. Lucia 1 goal, Team St. Vincent and the Grenadines 1 goal, and Team Grenada 1 gold medal with just 2 relays left to go in this Friday night session.
We're hearing a 4-7-3 chants in the crowd. Singing their hottest anthem from Vaughan, from July Ridgeway in Grenada. As we now move into the girls 15 and over 200-meter medley relay. Only 2 teams in this. Only 2 teams in this relay. It's Grenada in lane 3 and St. Lucia in lane 4. Although there are only 2 teams in this relay, the excitement still remains. Everyone's still on their feet, anticipating.
And this goes 15 and over as we get started. We now have Kimberly Ince there representing as a Grenadian Olympian and Michaela Charlemagne as a St. Lucian Olympian. We have other swimmers here in the collegiate level, so this is now the big dogs talking. You can't calm them down right now.
As Grenada comes in for their first handover, followed closely by St. Lucia, going into the breaststroke leg.
And it's a fete here at the Shrewsbury Aquatic Center. You don't want to miss the vibes on this Saturday and Sunday. As we mentioned, we start tomorrow at 10 a.m. So be locked in. If you're on the island, come down, support, bring your kids to see what it takes to get to that level. Because this is what it's all about. As Team Grenada is exerting some dominance here on the girls 15 and over. And Grenada telling them they can't see no whale from...
And it's Grenada followed by St. Lucia on the butterfly leg.
That's Grenada, St. Lucia.
As Grenada dives in for the final handover. Grenada, girls 15 and over, telling the boys 11 to 14 all the way in the same boat. We get in goal.
This is Grenada coming home for another gold medal here.
But St. Lucia is chasing.
St. Lucia is not done yet.
And it's Grenada followed closely by St. Lucia. Very great swimming there from our ladies 15 and over.
And that is the penultimate relay here tonight. And the 4-7-3 chants are ringing out. Job is truly alive in St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the Shrewsbury Aquatic Center. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move into the big show tonight, what we've all been waiting for, the boys 15 and over 200-meter medley relay.
Shane, are you excited?
I think a red button is about to be pushed here, my brother.
Honestly, I mean, this is what you call excitement.
In lane number 2, representing Team St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In lane number 3, we have Team Antigua and Barbuda. In lane number 4, Team Grenada. And lane number 5, Team St. Lucia. So let's see your Vinci flags, let's see your Antigua and Barbuda flags, let's see your Grenadian flags, let's see your Lucian flags. This is the final race of the night, and they will be going back to watch this over because this is the energy that we talk about when we talk about the OECS Swimming Championships. Let's hear it at home.
Expect some fast swimming. That's all I'll say.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 Olympians here in this race. 2 representing Team Antigua and Barbuda and 1 representing Team St. Lucia. No, sorry, 4 Olympians. 2 from Antigua and Barbuda, 1 from Grenada and 1 from St. Lucia. And right now, Olympian Santi Gresham is pushing it. He's pushing it.
As they come to the 4th handover, it's Grenada followed by St. Vincent and the Grenadines, followed by St. Lucia, followed by Antigua and Barbuda. The breaststroke leg.
This is no little lamb right now, Nicholas. This is some goats.
It's Grenada. Grenada up to a commanding lead. But Olympian Jaden Williams is pulling from 4th straight back into 2nd and closing with every stroke. It's Grenada, Antigua, St. Vincent, St. Lucia.
Woo!
Into the
Antigua and Barbuda off the start. It's now neck and neck. Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines close behind. It's too close to call. One more leg to decide it. It's Olympian Stefano Mitchell representing Team Antigua. And he's off. Pushing it, pushing it.
And Stefano, the fastest Eastern Caribbean sprinter.
And this is the red button from Antigua and Barbuda right now. That is it.
And he breaks, the Antigua and Barbuda breaks the 15 and over OECS 200 medley record.
A new OECS record there for Team Antigua and Barbuda in a time of 1:45.42, taking a second half of the previous record held by Team St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Impressive stuff there by A&T, followed by Team Grenada, followed by Team St. Vincent and the Grenadines, followed by Team St. Lucia.
And we're hearing A&T and 473 in the crowd. I guess we can say the crowd was very satisfied, and this is the type of excitement, entertainment, and all words synonymous that you can expect at the OECS Swimming Championships live here at the Shrewsbury Aquatic Center. So we have 2 more days of action-packed entertainment. Please come out, bring your kids, bring your friends, bring your family. Support.
Once again, it is children under the age of 5 enter for free. Children between the age of 5 and 10 enter for $5. And anyone older than the age of 10 enter for $10. Weekend pass is $25. There is still more space here. The stands are packed, but we encourage everyone. The weekend is coming around. We are praying for healthy weather. We hope that everyone can make the effort to come down, but also follow VC3 TV. Subscribe to VC3 TV. This is where all of coverage will be for the rest of the OECS Swimming Championships here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So once again, right here at the Shrewsbury Aquatic Center, the gap to the Canash Beach, the Coconut Grove, that's where it all is. And we are encouraging everyone to continue to subscribe, continue to follow Follow OECS Swimming on Instagram, Facebook. That's where all our results will be posted. Our dedicated media team will have results there. And we continue to push the philosophy that sports is life. This is what it takes to build citizens of the OECS region. This is what it takes to build unity in the OECS region. And as much as they are competing, we're all one family, Nicholas.
Yes, and as you see, we have 7 Olympians representing here, coming back home and representing. Some of them at the collegiate level right now, leaving their programs to come and represent because they know how much this championships means to the development of our athletes and getting them to the Olympic level, getting them to the World Championships level, getting them to the collegiate level, and making a name out there for their country and putting their flags out there.
It's all about hard work, it's all about discipline, it's all about commitment. These are all words that build character in citizens, and this is what we want to show the region. We are capable of doing so much as a people. Once we show support, these athletes are putting hours and hours into their training, and all they ask for is a backing. All they ask for is to leave a comment, leave some motivation for them so that tonight they can go, they could rest, they could fuel up, but they can rewatch the races and they could see all the love that was shared. Tomorrow we come again stronger, okay? But this is just the beginning. This is the Friday session. Tomorrow we kick off at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Whatever you have going on, you can tune in, you can put in your headphones. Be sure to show your support to these upcoming stars and established stars across the OECS region. This is what it's all about.
Couldn't agree more.
So we have here with us the head coach of Team St.Vincent The Grenadines. He's confessing that he doesn't have a voice right now, but we're going to ask him, about his experience so far at these OECS Swimming Championships. Introduce yourself to the people and we'll get started.
Good night, everyone. My name is Medley. I'm the national coach for swimming in SVG. This is my second year coaching for OECS. So far, honestly, better results than last year, so I'm pleased with that. Swimmers, they're doing well, honestly speaking. This last relay was action-packed. We had a last leg that came back and secured the 3rd place from us, came back from 4th place. So we're on the podium. We're 2 out of 4 relays podium. We have some gold, some silver, some bronze. So I can't really complain. So far it's been really good. There's always room for improvement, but I really can't complain. So far so good. Looking forward to tomorrow and the day after as well. I know we're going to finish well. Hopefully we'll finish better than 3rd, because we came 3rd last year, so we're aiming to come at least 2nd this year. It's going to be a challenge to beat Antigua because they are the front runners, but I think we have a good chance, so we're going to try our best.
And in terms of preparation and preparing your swimmers to be in the right mental space, and we know that swimming and sports in general is a very mental sport, what has it taken for you to get them to that space to know that you have 3 days to put your country at the top, and it just starts from how you lock in mentally?
Well, first off, we had a training camp, quote-unquote, that started 5 weeks ago. With national team, and they woke up every morning, came to the pool for 5 a.m. and then they left, went to school and came back in the afternoon at 5:30 and trained their hearts out. Additionally, the federation as well as myself, we organized for them to have some mental health coaching from a sports psychologist, a local sports psychologist, and it's been working for them tremendously, honestly. So we're going to continue with that and hopefully just improve from here on out. But additionally, I would speak to them obviously every single day, and so far they've been reciprocating the efforts, and honestly I can't complain. The team is growing and they're much better they're much better places than they were 5 weeks ago, so I can't complain at all, especially the ones that have in terms of their mental resilience. It was a bit weak, but very strong now, I could tell you that much. So I have the utmost confidence in them to produce some very good times.
And that speaks on the amount of effort and preparation and how intense it is and specific to detail it is to prepare yourself for championships like this and other championships, as Coach Measurehead spoke about. So what do you think that you can implement, or what do you think that the team needs to do to get the expectations, or I should say the results of finishing higher than 3rd at the end of these championships?
Honestly speaking, I think it's an all-round effort. What I mean by that, I believe in a triangle. When it comes to sports, you have athletes, parents, and coaches. We all need to coincide, we all need to work together and cooperate for the betterment of the athletes and the future of them as well. So honestly, I think there's improvement to be done everywhere, all around. With the swimmers, the training, different types of training that they could do both in and out the water. There's room for improvement there. So like I said, it's a growing team. So honestly, I would say that we have a lot of room for improvement in every aspect, both mental and physical and all the other nitty-gritty in between.
And I think just final words to the supporters. We want to encourage their support, not just on the broadcast, but also to come out and support. So anything to say to the Vincentian public, and encourage them to continue to back the team as much as possible?
Most definitely. We definitely need as much support as we can. As you guys on the live stream have seen, it's been a really, really packed stands here, and they're really loud. And we need to be much louder than every country here. We need the athletes to know that the country is supporting them, not just the people that's here every day on a day-to-day basis. But we need the supporters from all over, far and wide, to come and really, 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 really raise the atmosphere in here. It will do wonders for the swimmers to know that the entire country is backing them. Especially in times like this, they've worked really hard, and I think they deserve every ounce of support possible, for sure.
100%. But, and you heard it right here, directly from the source, Coach Medley, we appreciate it. So once again, bring your pot spoons, bring your pot covers. I know we get harms from cricket the other day, and there's a plethora of noise-making machines right now in the country. So please, if you have a chance for the next 2 days, find yourself here at the Shrewsbury Aquatic Center. If you're on the broadcast, continue to follow, continue to subscribe, and continue to show that support, because the energy is felt, even if they're not here. It's energy that's put out into the universe, and that's the most important thing.
Very true. Very
so thanks
true.
for locking on, Anwar, and to our viewers. We just want to continue to thank you. We thank our broadcast team, everyone behind the scenes, our Narrowly media team as well, working on the OECS Swimming page. Continue to follow OECS Swimming on Instagram and Facebook. And we will see you guys here tomorrow again. It's all about support. It's all about unity. It's all about the dedication that it takes to get to this level. So stay locked on, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.